Incorporated 2. Yeah.
Oh, for us?
He did because he knew Donald Trump Incorporated 1 is about to get sued by Letitia James for all that tax fraud he did.
Right.
So he was like, I'm just gonna move it to a new corporation, and she got a fucking judge to make an inquiry junction that says you can't fucking do that until this judge is over.
For us?
Yeah. So all his money has to stay in Donald Incorporated 1. So he's gonna get fucked over if they're like, you did some illegal shit. Now we need to find out how we get what's it called corporations. And
I wonder who's gonna get screwed over more. Is it gonna be Trump or Alex Jones? Have you seen how much Alex Jones has
He's
been
almost
like
a
sued?
billion,
bro,
like 900 million
for real. So like at this point, why not make it $1 trillion though?
Thank God we got Twitter. Thank God we got a free speech platform.
$1 trillion is unrealistic.
That doesn't cancel anybody.
Because he just banned that one girl.
That doesn't cancel anybody. They just ban people.
And then everyone's like, "Is he gonna run?" I'm like, "He's gonna run because that's the only way people back off on the lawsuits." But at this point, they're so deep in there, they're like, the only way through is through.
Right.
We're not gonna back out of
all right.
this
So
point.
okay. So talking about elections, because I mean we started that. So
Yeah.
all right. So to somebody that asked me about this, but I'm not a tech guy. All right. We talked about this a while ago about the whole voting and like electronic voting, but you had to like encrypt it or whatever like that.
Right.
Explain that again.
So last time we talked about we can use the bit chain to make a voting system, right? It's incorporated to you, it's a unique ID to you. To break it, you would need like quantum computing, like at your house to be doing quantum computing, and not some like pushover quantum computer, like a full-on cluster of supercomputers to break the bit chain, the BitLocker chain. The reason being is because that it's just the way it's encrypted, right? And having that to be given to everyone out and then uploading their vote to change, to make that election possible.
Right.
And the thing is, we kind of already have something similar. We don't have it as a digital option. We have it more of a technology option. Our systems are air gapped, which means they don't connect to the internet whatsoever. So you vote on there, it's a literal machine that literally just export data, let me put it onto the computer at that point. That's where it gets verified, right?
Yep.
That's where the tampering process could potentially happen. Someone puts in USB and swaps it with something else.
Right.
But to do that, there's a signature attached to it. There's always one to your document that you upload, and that's how they verify as well that this is a correct voting count, right?
Right.
And it's not like it's setting day and night, hey, you're elected. No, it's like, you're elected, but we have to do this process. It gives us a couple days. So if it happens November, they don't get enacted until January. So they have a month and a half to count this shit correctly. Whew. Excuse me.
It's a lot of process.
And then when it comes to like falsifying a vote, period, there's a lot of work.
All right.
Right? Like they're gonna be like, well, you can't verify who lives there. You fucking can.
Right.
You fucking can. You live there. You pay taxes. You get money there. There's ways for the government to
and
have
this is
access
what I was,
to it.
because at first I am a hypocrite. At first I was against it, but then you guys explained it, and I'm like hella for it. So like because I was explaining this to my significant other.
I don't see you as a hypocrite. I see you as someone who learned.
But isn't that the same thing?
No.
Ooh,
A
here we go.
hypocrite. A hypocrite may never change.
Why would someone that learned not change either?
Well,
Because he learned.
That's how they change.
Right.
Bro.
Again, knowing something,
But if you still do it afterwards, wouldn't that be considered a hypocrite?
but they never change.
But isn't there an area in someone's life where they can
I think it'd be
all
only
be
still
hypocrites?
considered a hypocrite if you
Like, for
keep on doing
example,
the same thing.
Drinking, like you say, I don't want to drink. You learn not to drink, but sometimes you can't help it. That makes you a hypocrite in a small area, but you're still a hypocrite overall. Everyone is.
No. Unless you
Tell me one human who isn't.
Unless you say that you don't want to drink, then you drink and you're like, okay, I'm
That's
not
not
drinking.
it's not a bad
but
thing.
I'm not drinking though. And you're still drinking. That's hypocrite.
It's not a bad thing. I'm just saying, like, can you point to a human that isn't a hypocrite?
Elon Musk.
That's true. All right, you win.
He's a total hypocrite.
No, you win 100%.
We agreed to that in the last episode.
Yeah,
He's
exactly.
totally
That's the whole point. Yeah, that's the whole point.
He's the man that said
It's sarcastic joke for those that didn't get it.
So
For those that are listening.
last time I was here, you said that Twitter was the communal town hall.
We talked about this.
You know who stated that?
Elon.
Yeah, but he wasn't owning Twitter at that time. So even Twitter didn't even call themselves that shit.
Yeah.
So when you said Twitter was the communal town hall, it's not because Twitter said
Wait,
that.
who said that?
You said that.
I didn't say the communal.
You told me that shit. You're like, yeah.
Wait a
Twitter's
minute.
supposed to be the communal town hall for
Those words have never come out of my mouth.
last podcast.
I remember when we said that, I said that they said there was supposed to be a town hall. So
I never said that.
Yeah, no,
I've
but
never
you
used the
said-
word.
yeah,
Look,
no, you're
I
like,
played
that's
Animal
why-
Crossing and I never used the word town hall. Now I use it. This is the first time. I've never used it before.
No,
Say about Animal Crossing?
I'm not saying that.
Never mind. Nothing. Don't worry about it.
You stated that that's what Twitter was.
I didn't say
it. You agreed.
Oh, I agreed, but I didn't state that.
So that's the same 101.
Whoa.
A equals
some
B
weird-
equals C, my dude.
This is some
Same
weird
shit.
Willy Wonka land that we just went into.
That's math.
Just
for
you
people
didn't
who
say
don't
it, but you agreed to it,
know.
so you
It's
said
community
it.
of property. Deal with it.
Okay, all right. I guess
Anyways,
I don't agree with that point, but I see what you're saying.
It's
let's
called
go-
association.
Oh yeah, there you go. So like, if you like carne asada and the cartel likes carne asada, then you're part of the cartel. Is that what you're trying to say?
No, I'm pretty sure there's steps to
Okay,
get
well
there.
that's my point. So there's two different things. Just because you agree with something.
You agreed with it, and you took that.
Like I
side
like the
to
schools
fight
they're
it.
building, so that means I'm also part of the.
No.
Okay, all right.
I'm saying
it doesn't make any sense, but I
So
get what
let's
you're
go back to your carne asada cartel thing.
saying. Okay. Dude, they would make some bomb ass carne asada.
We could all like carne asada,
Uh-huh.
and the cartel members might also like carne asada. Yeah, we're good with that.
I love that.
That
I think
that same.
they make
I'm not
people into
attacking
carne asada.
you,
Yep.
but the cartels are attacking me. Who's
Right.
the cartel member at that point?
All of us,
The cartel members still, right?
because we all got
that
jumped
didn't
in.
change. They're attacking me.
Okay.
But when you join them to attack me,
But if they
you're
make
cartel
money,
member.
if they make
That's
money
what I mean.
and I don't make money and I like carne
Welcome
asada,
to my
then I'm
TED
also.
Talk. Bye.
I don't know. I guess we just. But
So by property of the
Association.
cartel, like
if you live on the planet that they live in, you're also, which makes sense to me. Association.
Hey, you drink the same Kool-Aid.
All I'm saying is,
That's what I'm
all I'm saying is, I was a big fan of his, but those words didn't come out of my mouth. I did agree with the idea. Of the
no, you
sentiment.
agree with that, and then use that premise to attack me with another.
No,
Yeah, you did.
he's a hypocrite, dude. But I like him.
No, he's
I like
learning.
him a lot.
He's learning.
No, not him.
I was talking about you.
Oh, my bad.
Oh yeah, no, like we stated in the last episode, the last podcast on the right.
Oh.
Whoa.
Oh, not the name of our podcast.
Yeah, no, like I said, I'm a hypocrite. But so yeah, no, like, but at least in the last episode, I said I admit I'm a hypocrite. I'm a hardcore hypocrite. Like, and my example was my political views is very hypocritical. The Republicans can make a law and be like, oh, you guys, everybody drinks Cayman Jack on Tuesdays.
I don't know about that.
Then shut up,
I'm gonna
bro.
follow that law.
And then the Democrats
It's
now
the
take
law.
over. Oh, why was that perfect?
Perfect
It
time.
was perfect.
That was accident
Oh.
again.
That was also perfect.
And then the Democrats, they're like, hey, like you guys gotta drink instead of Cayman Jack, I don't know, micheladas.
This example started here, and now it's coming back. I like it.
Yo, so tell me
Yeah.
why our Department of Education is no longer accepting people for debt forgiveness for their student.
Because the elections are over, baby.
No,
Literally.
Don't need
the
them around.
Texas law is fighting against it
Obviously, point to an enemy and say it's their
They
fault.
the Supreme Court already ruled it unconstitutional
because of a
Yeah.
Texas law.
because it is unconstitutional.
That's been happening. for
No,
months,
well,
though.
okay, so is medical, so is free lunches, so is free internet, so is fucking.
No, there's a difference. There's a difference, like because with the free lunch,
He's like, I don't agree with that. That's the difference.
There's taxes already coming out through that. With the education, with the student loan forgiveness, it's like you're forcing people that never went to school
To pay for it.
exactly to pay for it.
I'm not.
So,
I'm
like,
not down with that.
Neither am I because I went to college for maybe a year and a half. I paid out of my pocket with that money right there. I don't want to pay for your
here's
degree.
The problem
I
with-
learned how to screw light bulbs at college.
Here's the
and
problem with
I still owe for that.
that thought process. That thought process is correct. Some people never want, and they have this responsibility.
Just
I
like
get that.
but it makes sense because we
But I'm not
bailed
done.
out Wall Street
I'm not done.
and we didn't own any homes. So I agree. Never mind. I'll take it back. Wall Street, I'm okay
Well,
with.
Well, again, it goes back
They
to
got
that
bonuses.
same process.
Credit bets.
The way that law attacked, or pretty much attacked that student forgiveness, is by saying it's something not required. By specifying it that way. But it's the same way with the gun law, right? With the abortion people, it's like, oh, we can't make it legal, but you can snitch your neighbor out. They're trying to make a way to attack you without saying we're against that.
Right.
God,
and
you gotta
that-
love politics.
That same concept that they're using against the law is a very it's not archaic, it's more like a blank check. Now the other side can use it.
Yeah.
So if we're gonna go and say, you know what,
Like
student
cancel culture.
forgiveness is a crime, then we'll also go against, I don't know, what do conservatives like?
Canceling people.
No, I wouldn't say.
Kathy Griffin,
I wouldn't
baby.
say.
If you're out there.
'cause that's already being targeted with abortion.
So
What
the,
else is
with the
equivalent?
so the difference though, like I understand where you're going with this
Oh.
argument.
Okay, yeah.
Go ahead.
Tax forgiveness for the rich. We don't need to pay for that.
Yeah.
And I agree.
Well, no, the thing is, it won't go because it's conservatives that are on that side.
Right. No, and I agree, but I was gonna go about the whole. So the difference between
Not
the-
Nancy Pelosi though.
the-
She's
the
poor.
reason that
Remember
why
that.
you can't.
Yeah.
Well, you
I
can't.
don't think there's a congressman.
And the little
here
Hispanic
that
boy they had
needs
in
to
their
be
basement.
forgiven any taxes.
Oh,
There's a spider. And
Oh, that is a spider.
I just move it.
It's a
Oh,
yeah,
Spider-Man!
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man.
Yo, there's a version of Spider-Man that their bully ate the spider, and the spider became sentient and took over his body.
Spider Punk. Wait,
No.
Venom. Wait, which?
No,
one?
it's like one of those multiverse ones.
Dragonfly.
No, it's just weird. Like
Dragonfly?
I'll have to find it. But the bully wasn't even named Flash Thompson. It was like Carl something.
Flash Thompson.
Flash Thompson is normally the bully for Spider-Man.
What about Homelander?
Remember?
Homelander.
And Tobey
That was-
Maguire, Flash. I don't want
I
to fight
thought
you,
it-
Flash. I wouldn't want to fight me neither.
I thought
That-
it was. I thought it was James
Oh.
Franco.
That was Flash. No, Flash Thompson.
Oh, really?
I'm
Yeah.
sorry, dude. We're kind of on a little bit on one today.
You're not.
You wish.
Anyways, getting back on track here. So let's
Hey.
ask him. Let's ask him the question that we asked everyone today. All right. So you ready?
Sure.
Drum roll.
Wait, do we have drum rolls? Yeah, we do. We have drum rolls.
I had to get that
How
drum
big
roll.
are you? Oh, shit. Wrong one. Whoops.
Well, that's the
Wrong.
Whoa.
Put that cue card back. That
Whoa,
was for
sorry.
later.
There you go.
That's to
So,
get to know
That's
people
for
better.
For the OnlyFans.
So,
I'm just going to do this, and you tell me when to stop.
Join our Patreon. You get to see the actual cue cards, and you get to redesign them.
Cue cards or cucumbers?
whatever.
Well,
whatever floats your
I
boat.
want to answer this question, but All right.
He's in trouble.
So go ahead. Ask him the question.
So the question is, what is something?
How does the hair look?
Snap, you literally spit it all over me. Holy cow, dude.
Oh,
Holy cow,
dude.
dude.
Oh, those people that are watching
Yo,
live right now,
I
you
hope
guys.
don't got AIDS, homie. I got
Oh.
over, dude.
Oh yeah, you monkey
Oh,
pox.
Dude, he is monkeypox. Wow.
Oh,
I've
dude.
never seen that.
Oh.
You know what? He's waiting for the question.
I
Look
didn't
at
even
him.
hear the question.
He's waiting for the question, dude. He's over here
Oh,
freaking-
oh my
freaking
god.
everything.
You should have seen his tongue in slow motion.
Did you guys see that?
he,
Holy cow.
he did a water gun too.
Dude, this guy's-
He was a squirtle. Look at
Yo,
him.
I think he's drunk,
Yo,
bro.
where's your shell, bro? Like,
Yo, are you
dude,
drunk, man?
Donatello, look at him.
Yeah, homie.
Oh my god. What
He
else?
even threw his headset on the ground.
Yeah.
Almost like he lost the sense.
Oh my
Yeah.
god, dude.
Oh,
This is why I love podcasting.
Oh, shit, guys. My bad. I just squirted all over. Forget
Oh
that.
my god.
I said over here.
Oh, I wish I had a camera for that. Oh yeah, we do
Oh,
live for those
yeah.
people
I
on
think I got my
1099.
drink, man. I got my freaking drink over here.
So, so what you're saying in short is you got it in his mouth.
Oh,
Got it in my mouth.
man, good aim, dude. Good aim.
Uh,
You were so
His
far
mouth
away.
open and everything was like, oh.
How would you do that,
I mean,
dude?
alcohol kills everything, so we'll see.
Dude, it wasn't even
I swear
accidental.
bro.
This guy's lips like curled as a gun, dude, right at
For
you.
real, he got my shirt. He got
Bro, I've never seen someone do that before.
Bro, I swear to God, we're gonna get serious. for a minute.
Nah, homie. Yeah, that was you were holding it personal.
Oh man, that was hella personal. What was that all about, bro? You said a nice drawing. I mean, tattoo. Like, what are you mad about? Damn,
Oh,
bro.
my bad, man. I didn't even squirt all over you.
It's too late now.
I
Take
forgot.
off your shirt. Take off your shirt.
That's where I can't later after.
No, leave your shirt on. That's better.
I don't think I can drink anymore.
You have a
I'm
jean
straight
jacket.
now.
Just put on the jean jacket. Just,
Oh,
Jean jacket off.
you know, Andrew Tate
Jean
would.
jacket off.
all right. Say the question. I'm not
All
drinking.
right.
Yeah,
So
what was the
going
question?
Back to the question.
Don't spit on it this time.
Yeah, don't spit on me this time. I ask it. Let's get back to me.
No, I can't hold
All right. So the question is,
Hold my hair.
what is something that you have
Hard.
done in your time that maybe you have thought, about it with time, and you're like, man, I'm such a freaking hypocrite. What is something that you would be able to talk about?
Before you do, this is why they don't let him into old people's homes anymore. He makes them so depressed. Makes them remember, like, what was the worst thing you ever did? Like, dude, you're the worst.
I don't know if you know
Go
this,
ahead.
but every time, like, there's like a thread on Reddit where nurses say like the shit people say right before they die, and a lot of them are like last regrets.
Yeah,
Like,
there
you
oh,
go.
I have a second family and I never told my wife, and then just dead.
Yeah.
Like just something completely
have
what
AIDS
the
and I
fuck,
had-
you know?
I would
And,
say something like that before I die. I'm like, I'm actually God, and I die. And there's like,
hey,
what?
yo, you hear that? We gotta have a recorder on this man's deathbed so we know all his
For
damn
real.
secrets.
I'm gonna say a lot of like
It's
funny
like,
stuff.
I have stored 35 Bitcoin.
I'm
He's
gonna
be
troll
like,
people
I buried
so
the
hard.
treasure and then just put it right there. I'm like, what a dick.
The real cartel was, and I just like pass out.
I'm actually with the cartel.
Yeah.
Like the
Boy.
true religion is
the bodies are buried under.
And this
And then
guy's
just
gonna
a
go
couple of-
change. Like he's the one that got spit on.
Atlantis is
He
located
wet
in
himself.
Yeah.
So okay, things that I've grown and I'm like that's no.
well, just
I
something,
feel
not-
like as a kid,
Yeah.
I fucked up a lot. That's
Okay.
that's a different story. And
Make
I
sure
know
we
I
don't
fucked
get
up a
sued.
lot,
okay, so it sounds like you've definitely grown from
but I've
you know,
grown
mistakes.
from it.
Yeah,
Like I know where I was and where I'm at now. I'm like, would I stand by those principles? No. That's where growth is.
exactly.
A hypocrite would be like, I continue to do it even though I know it's wrong, and I tell
Exactly.
people it's wrong. That's
Yeah.
what I think is a hypocrisy.
No, that's definitely what
Right? So it's like if I was like, say I was like, dude, I'm a smoker.
Yeah.
But I hide it from my significant other, and I blame others for, hey, you should not be smoking, it's bad for you, blah blah. And I just go and smoke.
Yeah, that's
Even
being a hypocrite.
That's a hypocrite. For
That's
me,
the
right?
definition of a hypocrite.
I feel like
Exactly.
that's not tied to growth. Like you were at one point where like I was a smoker. Now I'm not a smoker, and I don't plan to do smoking again. I'm not changing that stance. Like I learned from my mistakes. It's a life lesson learned, and I'm not doing that anymore. That's where I feel like that's growth. There's still things that I've done. I'm like, you know what? Probably never gonna do that again.
Could you give a specific example of a moment in your life where you remember that being the case? Well, now that you grew from it?
Grown. Oh man, me and skinny jeans. I grew from there a long time ago. I was like, never again. I was in high school. They used to be cool, right? Skinny jeans.
Yeah.
And God, I don't know what I was thinking. I just grew from that. Will I wear them now? No. But obviously, to be fair, all the jeans look like they're skinny jeans now.
I had a belt that had little jewels on it. You know, like when the rocker face.
Oh,
this
you remember that?
This dude, I bet you had one of those spinner belts.
You probably did.
What's a spinner belt?
Like a little bling bling, and he's like,
You probably had spinners on
That
What, that does not look like a belt. He was like, like, what is that?
No, yes, you're figuring yourself. But we're
Right.
talking about like people used to have like really big
All right.
belt buckles to be a weapon at school.
Before we do, can you read the definition of hypocrisy?
Go for it.
The practices of claiming to have moral standards or beliefs to which one's own behavior does not conform. Pretense. Right. So if you keep doing it
That's when it becomes
and judge others, that's where hypocrisy comes in. Right?
exactly. When it
People
becomes
at Planned Parenthood chasing parents who got an abortion, and then when they get on the phone, they're like, "Oh, well, I'd just be rude if I just go interrupt that call."
yeah.
What are we doing?
Well, just in case though, I know that there's some people that might have different opinions on it. I want you to close up your thought before I invite anyone else into it.
I'm just making comments.
Oh, okay. Well, let's have. What's your thought? What
Glasses? Get rid of
What's your time that you've grown?
Yeah, let me speak. Go ahead.
them.
What's your thought on this process, Rev? If he's still on there, I guess not. Okay. So you're saying that in your time, one of the moments that you grew the most from was like how you dress, how you expressed yourself through your clothes.
Yeah, I used to wear dark clothes, heavy hoods, skinny pants. Terrible time.
Skinny pants aren't that bad. Look on you though.
They are now.
Nah, boy, you
They are now.
you feel them nice.
I'm good.
You feel them nice.
I'm done with that. I don't plan to go back anytime soon.
Okay.
All right. What did I miss?
Uh,
I was here the whole time, but what did I
The
miss?
period of my life where I wore skinny jeans.
You've missed the pictures.
You know what? There's actually it's kind of reversed now. On
There's
me.
some
Like,
plump
there used to be a
cupcakes
time
in
where I used to hypocrisy. I used to talk shit on people that wear skinny jeans, and now well, they're not really skinny, but I wear fitted jeans. You know,
But that's not skinny. Skinny is like
That's pretty good.
legs can't breathe, airtight.
choke me harder.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
The seam things, you know.
when
Yeah,
you
yeah.
drop something in skinny jeans, you're like, I don't need it. You just keep walking. You don't want to
It
bend
was like
over.
nice to know you. Bye.
You're like, car keys? I can make new car keys. There's a guy,
I can walk.
I can get it through the window. I don't need to get the house
My
keys.
parents could walk to school in the snow over a mountain. I can walk to school.
And then you remember
And
your
you're like-
parents are from Texas. You're like, they're not,
literally,
there's no,
you
they're in the
forgot
desert.
They're like you're in the same town. You've been living in the same.
We
town
had to
all your
swim
life.
to school. I'm like, Mom, well, didn't you grow up in the desert? Shut up. I was like, I can remember things how I want.
Montana? What
Yeah.
you mean?
Like, you're right, Mom. I'm sorry. So we were talking about the idea.
Barefoot, like,
You know, one of my core beliefs
On broken glass.
is that everyone is a hypocrite. Every single human being at one point or another will discover that they are hypocrites.
He's calling you a hypocrite, by the way.
It's not a bad thing.
Just
But
saying.
everyone, me,
Well, both of you
everyone.
guys.
No,
everyone in this.
why do you got to do? He always does this.
You're literally calling everyone hypocrite.
Well, it is true. Though,
Yeah,
everybody.
wrong.
I said
Except
hypocrite.
when it comes to Doja Cat and Drake. They're not.
Doja Cat is a hypocrite. She got rid of her eyebrows. She doesn't stand for her music.
Now you hear
Drake
it.
is the only
Love
person
it.
that stands on this planet without being a hypocrite.
No.
Didn't he have beef with Kanye West? And now
Bro, he
follows
was in
him?
a wheelchair.
Throw it back, 21
He
Savage.
was in a wheelchair. He wasn't standing.
And now he's walking.
Well, he got that's called a miracle. That's not called that. All right, Rev, you're on. Tell us what you think about the idea of hypocrisy and growth.
I can see the pain in your eyes when we open up one. You know you want to drink.
I do, but I'm also trying to be good.
I'm having a hard time hearing him. I don't know.
It's up all the way.
We can't hear our friends. Hello. Oh no. The audio is
Uh-oh.
broken.
Yeah, no, this is up all the way.
It's because someone has a Mac. Ooh. Wah, wah.
Sorry, man. I'm having a heart. I don't know why I can't hear you. Let me see.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yo, it's like that Verizon commercial. Can you hear me?
I think it's the app. I don't think it's me.
We can hear you on the loudspeaker.
Yeah,
I was gonna say, like,
But we wouldn't be able
it's
to
this is the
hear-
first time I actually went through this app and heard somebody like me talking. It's usually people just preaching to God or whatever.
Preach on, brother.
Yeah, God's not in the room,
Allegedly.
so. Oh, maybe he will be.
Sorry, go ahead.
You're not getting it tonight.
What are you guys talking about? This is what's the name of the podcast? It's called OnlyPodz.
No, so the OnlyPodz is our like just us talking episode. So our podcast is called Preferences and References, but the preferences and references part is when we do interviews with other people. Like we interview authors, we interview
Comedians,
spiritual healers.
Hey, don't make fun of them.
Our OnlyPodz episodes are just like just the guys up here just drinking and bullshitting.
Just the boys.
Just the boys.
That's cool. I mean,
And it's the boys because we can't spell it. We spell it with a Z.
Right.
It's pretty cool. So, Rev, what would be your thought process when it comes to you hearing the word hypocrisy? Do you believe everyone is? Do you believe some people are? Well, what's your thought on that word specifically? Because we know what the textbook definition is, but what's your personal definition?
oh, I think it's based on it's a crime of opportunity. I think everyone's absolutely a hypocrite, and but it depends. Sometimes you have to be, allegedly.
Allegedly is a good way to put it. Have you ever seen a moment in your life where you reflected on your own hypocrisy? Because we were talking about this in the previous episode. We're going to dive into it further in this one. But do you have a moment where you reflected?
I do. There was one time where I was at an amusement park, and this little girl was like, they went to go get on the next boat, and like for the water ride, and they were like, oh no, it's like, oh no, it's going to be full. And then they came back, and they were like, actually, we have 2 more seats, and it was her. But her mother, or I'm assuming her mother, wasn't paying attention. And I was with my daughter. I was like, hey, we can go. And like I went in front of her. And then when we came back, like, obviously they were gone. And then later on, somebody else was like, we were in the line for something else. And they were like, hey, there's 2 more seats. And I was like, oh, we'll take them. And I was a bit of a hypocrite there. And I don't know you guys that well, so I'm trying to keep it PG-13. I'm not sure what kind of show
you don't have to do that. Trust us. That's that ship sailed a long time ago.
Okay.
We're in a submarine now.
I told the girl that I strictly use condoms, and like later that week I did not use a condom with it.
Yeah. So there's moments where people are they lie for their own benefit, or they become a hypocrite in the sense of what they believe in. Like some people can say, I don't know, let's just throw something out. I'm a strict Christian, right? And then they'll have flexibility in their belief system all of a sudden because it benefits them, or something they love.
Tapping their foot on the bathroom floor.
Right. Right, and then they'll take my toilet paper and reach over, and I'm like, "What's going on?" And try to smack it out of their hand, and you can't. Hey, it happens more than I'd like to admit. That's not the point. So the point is, everyone has that, but there is situations where I hear people debate the idea that I don't think people are essentially hypocrites. I feel like they make bad decisions. I'm like, yeah, but if they do it constantly throughout life, knowing that that's not the best decision, then it's going to benefit them in the long run. That's a hypocrite. We're talking about politics as they just recently happened, and we know that both sides are super hypocrites. And then we see Elon Musk. Of course, I'm a big supporter, big fan of his, but at the same time, I can't deny that he is a hypocrite.
Yeah, he is. But I mean, I think he's doing he's doing a lot of good for a lot more good than other people are doing that are hypocrites.
Yeah,
Exactly.
I like there was if the time runs out, just feel free to come back on. But there was a situation where he recently, obviously, he purchased Twitter. He had said that it was going to be a free speech platform.
Before he takes the water at
That's not his problem. That's Biden's problem.
He said he wanted to do that.
Well, so did Biden.
committed to
Biden
that.
said he wasn't going to force people to do vaccines, and then all of a sudden started trying to force people to do
No, he
vaccines.
only forced the government workers because it worked.
Oh, but he wasn't supposed to, but he did. So my point is, one person is
and
one,
government individuals.
but one
I didn't even know 2 cards up straight.
Yeah, you know what? Come back on if you want to expand on that idea. But this is what we were talking about essentially, because you're expecting Elon to fix all the world's problems because he says he wants to.
I'm saying he's sticking his neck out on things that he's not supposed to.
But we all do. We all do. We're all hypocrites that way. We all want to fix things in our society that we can't.
Last time you even offered to get us pizza.
Right? Today,
because I called it out on Tuesday. I was like, "Hey, man,
okay, all right.
I might not be able to get you." I got this.
This is a simple situation. Who pays for all the monthly expenses that go into the Calendly, that goes into the Zoom? I don't ever say something because I didn't expect that to be the case. I do it because it's something that I want to do, for example.
What I'm saying,
but when people call someone out, I'm like, without considering the full picture, that happens all the time.
No, okay, I understand what Elon Musk does.
So,
but my thing is, here's what I don't want people to realize: they're being taken for a ride by this man. He's literally just making
I'll let him
content.
ride me.
Who
He's
doesn't
down
take
with-
you? Who doesn't take you out for a ride?
People I trust and care for.
No. In the big scheme of things, who doesn't? Who?
That's why
What
you
billionaire
go through
doesn't?
life finding those people that matter to you.
Look, if someone's gonna hurt you, I'd rather them hurt me with a smile. Elon Musk is cool. I like him.
No,
Elon Musk.
he's not.
Elon Musk
I'd rather have-
smiles at him when he hurts him.
What's that guy? That YouTuber that Philip DeFranco. That guy takes people on for rides, but people don't
do
care
you
because they're
mean?
fans of his.
Explain.
Give me an example.
No, you're talking about how he's.
Oh, I thought we were talking about Elon Musk now.
No,
Oh,
you're
Phil
talking about-
DeFranco, he's a guy who makes how much money?
Yeah.
He set up a studio.
He
He
just talks YouTube drama,
he-
worldwide drama.
No, he
Thank
talks
you.
about the
Kinda like
news.
Keemstar. Kinda
he's
like
Keemstar,
yeah.
but
No,
he's the clean
I think
Keemstar.
Keemstar is literally the drama.
He's the
They're
clean
both,
Keemstar.
they're both drama.
But Philip DeFranco actually talks about the news.
Right.
Yeah,
He
that
includes
was a
different.
worldwide
he
drama.
includes news, and then he still includes drama, and then he gives his opinion, and I'm like, I get it. You're trying to say that I'm trying to give sensitive news coverage without my opinion, and now I'm going to give my opinion.
Exactly.
So you know where the line is.
No, Keemstar gives all his opinions.
And Keemstar's all opinion.
He kind of like
Absolutely.
all
stirs it,
drama.
you know?
But-
That's okay. So,
But by mentioning drama and not wanting to stir drama, you're actually causing drama, which is you're being a hypocrite.
he's just. I'm only reporting this.
Okay, but why
Because in
not
that
just
case,
report on
every-
it? Report on it and don't mention your personal beliefs.
Because that's what makes content out of it.
And that is
But no.
hypocrisy.
You're saying the hypocrisy is that he makes a ton of money, but he's been
You can
open
spend how
about
much
how much
time?
money he's made.
You owe me.
He
Okay.
has
I
told
know.
people, "Listen, I'm fortunate enough to be in this position."
It's not wrong that he makes money. What's
I'm not
wrong is
saying it's
that
wrong
he
he's making
pretends
money.
that I want to help people. I'm like, no, you kind of don't, because if
Well,
you
he
did,
does.
you'd make
He
it.
donates. He's actually actively saying, "Here's." the
So
people
does
I
Elon
donate
Musk.
to."
He donates satellites. He donates services. He
Yes,
donates.
and he
For
expects
real.
compensation for that.
So does Philip DeFranco. Do you expect his lights go
No.
out? Does he expect no
He's
money to
already
come in?
getting paid, and he's like, "This is something I don't." He's not making that.
So did Donald Trump. He didn't get paid at all when he was president.
That's not true at all.
He didn't get any paychecks.
That's bullshit.
I mean, not through the White House. You
That's
got other
bullshit.
methods.
No.
Right?
Okay, so
My point is, everyone
let's
is a
let's
hypocrite.
talk about people who are supposed to be giving their dues, right?
Okay, let's go.
When a president does a dinner, who pays for that? Like, hi, I'm the president. I'm inviting you,
The people.
the pref and ref people, to join us in dinner. Who pays for that?
The people.
We've never
No,
been invited to no
the
dinner. What the
president
hell?
pays
Wait,
for
who
that.
got the invitation?
It's their guest. They pay the cost. The
And
shit-
who's the one that uses the salary?
It's almost like a wedding.
No,
but
no,
the
no.
opposite.
It's his money out of his pocket. It can't come from a presidential dinner. Like, there's stipends for food for them.
Okay. Then reword it right then. Like, well, sorry, not right, but better. Like,
Okay.
so you mean like personally?
Yes, they are accountable for that. Why do you think that whole basketball team got nothing but Big Macs? Because that motherfucker was paying for them.
God, he went right for it. Yeah, he's right. You're right.
Yeah,
You're right about
he's
that.
like, you know what? I could pay this Gucci ass dinner from the chefs that are there. And he said, fuck that. It's my dollar. Big Macs for all these
Bro,
motherfuckers.
but let's be honest, bro. He eats nothing but Big Macs.
Right,
So, like,
but again-
so it's not like nothing fancy,
Which is
bro.
offensive
Like,
to the people-
When he said
that own Burger King.
that, oh, it's because I don't trust to be poisoned by the food. It's the same chefs that make food for him every day. All of a sudden,
bro,
it comes out.
you know he has a food taster. You know?
No, and the thing is, he's
His
like,
wife. What are you trying to say, dude? What did you say,
they,
lady?
they taste his food. They're like,
That's messed up.
if
Dude.
you die, I won't eat it.
It's probably his son, right?
but
He has a
it's
son,
yeah, he has multiples. Oh,
right? Multiples.
fair.
Past tense.
he did that to be like, I'm gonna call this out, but that's all he does. He doesn't want to spend his own money, right? Why do you think he's still living down in Florida?
Because he loves hurricanes.
No, because the Social Security Service, Secret Service has to pay upwards to like, I think it was like $250,000. No, yeah, $250,000 every month to live there.
I would have bought all the land next to Joe Rogan.
Well, I mean, if he has,
And I would've just moved my new-
Mar-a-Lago. That's where he lives.
Right.
So why would he move somewhere else? Obama lives in like it has houses in Martha Vineyard, you know. So like,
But
it's,
he's bought
Hey.
houses, and he's like that.
he
there's a
has
house.
okay, exactly. He has houses.
Can we
So
talk about
that's-
Nancy
he has
Pelosi's
them live
guarded
there.
complex now?
He's not charging them to live there.
No, okay, he's not trying to live there, but they're still going through the taxpayer
Oh, my
money.
bad.
The people, the Secret Service are
Social-
still being
okay,
paid. Through
I get that. I'm not saying that they're not getting protection. I'm saying there's the protection every president has.
Why does George Bush still need protection? Who's
And the-
after him?
Because they're still alive.
I know, I'm
Yeah.
just
What do you fucking
I
mean?
know, I'm joking, dude.
So every president
Jeez.
has an amount that's getting spent, right? But our boy Trump says, I'm going to do one solid, charge you guys to live in the rental room, and all that money comes back to him.
That's pretty smart.
All the other presidents are doing
I
it.
mean, it kind of is.
That's pretty smart.
that's an income,
Damn,
bro.
I didn't even know
That's
that.
an income.
God, I got to go for presidency.
So
dude.
I don't get
All
it
of
though.
that.
No, I don't get it though.
Yeah,
So
people Trump
Secret Service
Dude.
lives with them.
with Trump.
They get
But
paid.
there's only 8 quote unquote 8-hour shifts though. There's different Secret Service taking different shifts.
Not for George
No,
Bush, it's the same guy.
Right, but they
I'm
all
100%
they
sure
have
they
to
got
live
24
there.
hours.
It's not like they
Yeah.
get to go. It's like in 2-week rotations. So they're there for 2 weeks, then they leave, and then another rotation comes in for 2 weeks. They have that break in between, but they have to live there. So those rooms are always.
They're being rented.
Honestly, I'm not
baby.
gonna lie. If I was Secret Service and I was living under Trump, holy shit, getting caviar like every free
Yeah,
day.
He's not.
Imagine
No, he's
with
charging you for
crackers.
like. He's like, you want that caviar? Good.
Yeah,
Take that
yeah.
caviar.
But we didn't
Pay
say
me
it was free.
$300.
But it's still nice to have that option.
Yeah, there you go.
Because you don't even get that option if
But
you're working
again,
for Trump. For
As
what
the
is it?
president, he could choose where to live.
If I was Secret Service for George
but
Bush and I was like, I
okay,
want a
same-
ham sandwich, he's like, you're not getting that. It's
Now,
mine.
same principle, right?
Obama. Let's go with
With
Obama.
Obama. In
Well, he
Martha's
works at
Vineyard.
Netflix, so that's
Now, in
fine.
Martha's Vineyard, right? Where does his Secret Service live? They live in
Netflix
In that
office?
house that they own.
His
It's like,
Netflix
hey, this
office?
is our house. You live there for free.
I mean, I get it. Like, it will be hypocritical. I mean, like that. Okay,
Obama's not making a business of being protected from the government.
Yeah, he just got hired in
Got
Netflix by
Obamacare.
accident. It was
No,
an accident.
Every single
got
government,
Obamacare.
okay. So what presidents do for money after they retire, because they can't take any other office, it'll be kind of unfucking fair. Like the whole world will know you at that point. It's like,
Oh, yeah.
well, you can't.
Yeah,
go
that's why you
against-
hire them at Netflix, and no one knows.
No.
that's why you hired.
No
They,
documentary.
they get
Right,
hired
exactly.
as like public speakers and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's why you do a
Oh,
podcast so
really?
no one messes.
Right.
with
Well,
There you go.
Trump is like, you know what? That's too easy for money. That's a cop out, right? It's not enough if they don't like you, and they really don't like Trump right now. Let's just go with that.
you. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, 36% of the 36% popularity. So yeah, they don't.
They don't like. Well, no, especially after the midterms, they really don't like
Dude, that
Trump.
Truth
Yeah, no,
Social.
right.
They
Like,
really
during,
don't like him,
during the
man.
midterms, it was 36% of people voting for Trump right now.
And because he's so unliked, he's not getting those like, hey, become a speaker. That's why he's doing rallies. That's where the money comes in for him. Every time he sets up an event, a candidate has to be like, yeah, I'm having Trump here. Well, they have to pay Trump to be there.
He charges more than Dave Chappelle. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, no, that's
Chappelle.
not crazy. That's what he's
Really?
doing.
I mean, he's
This is
actually
literally
funny,
His
but-
business.
Oh man, he is.
He's up there going, I'm the greatest. You paid to see me. And I'm like, damn, that's a pretty smart move. Though.
Yeah, all right.
Just sitting there
Instead
taking
of
notes.
Everyone's
a
laughing.
t-shirt cannon, he's shooting out orange powder just to blast you.
Cheeto powder.
He's shooting out shirts that say, come to Mar-a-Lago.
You get
Is
it,
it-
Trump.
Come to my
You
super
get it,
secret
Trump.
house and
You've
pay.
Here's a handmade Trump in my not real
Hey,
hair.
what's cheaper, going to Mar-a-Lago for like a week or going to Disneyland for a week?
Mar-a-Lago
I think-
to jump in is $143 for membership.
Oh, so it's cheaper than Disney.
So
Damn it! I was like,
Disney just one ticket is like what 120.
yeah, dude. And you get the whole you get that Star Wars suite
I'm a
for
big fan.
2,000 a night.
But he
Yeah.
also does that so that leaders can pay to go see him.
That's a pretty smart move.
That's not smart. You're not protected. You're literally making it more cost worthy so that you can be able to be a
Yeah,
wannabe
so the
celebrity.
leaders don't have the money, can't go. So he only gets the leaders who have
I mean,
the money.
if you think about it like that way, okay, so I don't have I'm taking your word for it, right?
Yeah.
If he really is doing that to Secret Service,
I could Google, but I'm
that's-
not going
That's really shitty of him, right?
Well,
And so listen here, right? That's really shitty of him. But I mean, if you think about it, it's actually pretty smart also of a businessman, like with like how you said, with the leaders, the world leaders, the people that can't afford to go visit them are not going to go visit them.
right.
Although
But now-
it shouldn't be a pay to play thing,
But it is.
but it is when you're in the UN.
Well,
so I mean,
no, it's because
There you go.
he's making
you got to pay
that.
every year.
Understand that this man has been doing this not since he was done being president, since the fucking beginning.
Oh, so there's no problem. He's business as usual.
That's always been my problem. Like he's
Oh.
literally taking the American people for a ride, and that's what I don't like.
What politician doesn't? Look at Biden. Doesn't even remember
No,
that he said
literally,
racist stuff.
That's politics 101.
Biden
that's
made the
what
crime
it
bill
is.
and everything.
No,
And now he's like,
that's-
I'm sorry, I'm
that's
old. My
political
son's on
parties.
crack.
Two different things, because the party you can disagree with, the individuals that are trying to do some good.
Right.
Like Tulsi Gabbard, and now she's out. It's like nobody cares about her.
Oh, she got a good one.
Hey! I would vote for a president.
Everybody would, and that's why they don't pick her because she's good.
Right? No, exactly.
Because she's reasonable. You don't want a reasonable person. You want somebody that charges people to talk to them. Like, that's what you want.
Yeah, we will all vote for Clinton, right? Come on, guys.
Hey.
Oh,
Whatever.
Oh man, again, that guy's really good at.
No, wrong Clinton.
Oh
Clinton.
no, that
Okay,
Clinton,
I was-
bad. That's a bad Clinton. Bad.
Okay, that Clinton. Okay.
We meant the wife, right? Because she's good. It's like, which one did you make?
Okay, I wasn't drinking
She's
for that
like,
one.
she's like super unlikable.
What I'm talking about.
Well, it's just because she's like a little bitter and she likes to kill people and smiles whenever they talk about dead people. That's just an easy thing, though. A lot of old people do that. Like, whenever you talk about dead
I
people,
don't think she was popular to begin with, and I don't know why she thought.
She's never been popular to begin with.
No.
The media and the elites are trying to make her
all right. But
Not
Nancy
even
Pelosi,
that.
Nancy
No,
Pelosi
but-
is the most likable woman, right? That's why they try to stab her and assassinate her. Some people are haters.
So okay,
Just 'cause
remember
you made a
how
couple
we were
million
like,
off corruption.
Oh, wait, yeah, no, it's just a thought. There was literally an attack there now.
But that was the gay lover of the husband. That's the difference.
No,
Allegedly.
I don't know,
That was
man.
something-
Allegedly.
No,
Allegedly.
that's
Allegedly.
something that Daddy Musk said out loud, and everyone bought it.
Well, the gay guy said it out loud.
Repeated.
The gay
He
guy said
repeated because that was already stuff going out.
Yeah.
Because,
Not that there's anything wrong with
Let's be honest. When there's a media that's telling you bullshit lies the whole entire time, and then this happens, and you're looking at quote unquote the evidence, and you're like, who do I trust? Do I trust the media now?
Yeah, now we trust Twitter because Twitter doesn't lie.
Right, exactly. So like, and he retracted it, right? So he did retract it, right?
But
So he corrected it by deleting it.
Here's the thing.
Right.
Just
Nothing
because-
wrong with being
just like a journalist, right? They retract when they post something. They know the first time they post something,
But they
it gets
also
millions of
post a
clicks.
retraction.
But the have you seen that the retractions get like after the millions clicks, the retractions only get like 80,000.
I do, but okay, the fact
And
that
then
that was
they
done,
posted like
Yeah, the fact that they did it
like
is counts out they're
videos
trying
later.
to fix it.
the facts that
Yeah.
they did it means okay. You know what? We fucked up. May not get the attention media, but those who are paying
Yeah,
attention
but I
see
said-
it.
Yeah,
And
but,
like, okay, we get it.
But what do you do about
versus the million?
But wait,
the
wait, wait.
million versus
But
the,
what do you do about repeated offenders of retractions, which means that they're doing it on purpose? If they're
Right.
doing it and to get the clicks and come back and then I'm
Fox
sorry,
News. Literally, they're the
that's true.
biggest.
That's true. They both do it. Fox News does do it a lot though.
No, like
When
that's
it-
literally their platform. Like, all right, they are counting on the fact that you won't catch them.
Right.
So, but who's the fake news then? Is it Fox for always doing these retractions, or the people who are making bullshit?
it's both.
It's both.
Yeah,
I don't see that.
You know that you can't track Nancy Pelosi's stock sales anymore?
you can't anymore.
No,
Wasn't there a
'cause
website that you could?
there's a delay now. No,
Oh, shit,
it
for
doesn't show it anymore
Oh damn.
And
because
again, I also
because
think
she's
that's
worried
fucking shady.
because she's worried about her safety now, about her trades. They could easily use that to hurt her physically.
Oh, no.
So now, whenever she
I
makes
think-
millions and hundreds of
I
them,
think
nobody-
every single politician should not be able to do any trades.
Woo.
well, you
Yup.
sound like a Republican, buddy. I
Mhm.
can't.
No,
I can't hear
I
you.
just think it's
Ah,
unfair.
no, my ears are turning
It's
red.
unfair.
I love how they question. I
Oh,
love how they question
no.
Pelosi about that. They're like, shouldn't you think that politicians shouldn't be able to be in the stock market?
Wait,
Next question.
Well,
Wait,
you
wait,
know,
okay,
I'm
okay.
somewhat of a capitalist
wait.
myself.
Let's go back. Let's retract. Let's go
Being a
back in time.
capitalist does not mean
Does not mean what?
you have to take advantage of something that you are paid to do.
That's just being old and
No, it's called
Wait,
corrupted.
it's called,
That's
it's
different.
called insider trading. It's
That's right.
illegal.
Not when you're a politician.
No,
Wait,
it's
wait.
still definitely fucking
Well, we
illegal.
gotta
Yeah,
There's
do
no
it.
way to-
Only if you get caught, because now
They're-
you can't
they're
catch her
doing
because
it
it's
blatantly
going to
to
hurt
be
her.
like, all right, fuck it, do something. But they're in charge of the rules.
That's true. That's why Trump left with all those documents
And
in
it,
his
and it
house.
pisses me off because it pisses me off.
He left with like 3
Nobody-
terabytes
no-
of like secret secret.
Nobody's gonna find them here.
He put him in his garage.
Dude,
he put him in his safe.
He fucking showed him off to people.
Yeah, I know.
There's reports now saying, "Oh, we."
He's
saw
like,
him
check out
show
these
to
UFO
somebody."
punches.
It's like the Saudi kings. They're like, instead of his prized possessions, he's like, look at all these documents I have right here.
You want to see a picture of an alien? It was like,
That was an AI drawing, by the way.
it's like, you want to see the nuclear weapons that Russia has? I have pictures of all of them. Like,
I
dude,
got you
what?
by Voodoo.
No, he
What a
had,
guy,
he
dude.
had nuclear information for other cities, countries that are outside of our.
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, hey man. He had nuclear secrets from other countries that are our allies.
Allegedly.
No, it's not alleged at this point. They
Like the
discovered
emails
that
of
it
the
was
Saudis
something.
sent to-
Really?
Yeah, they were. It's not our country. He's like, we had some other random countries' nuclear secrets there.
But I mean, to his point, all he has to do is like wave his finger and be like, they're unclassified.
That's not how it works.
It does.
No.
It literally is.
No.
It literally
No,
is.
they're
I don't
not
know
even-
about this.
All you have to hear is like
No.
somebody be like
Okay.
I unclassify these
I got you.
documents.
I got you there too.
Hey, you did
So
your
the-
finger like a magic wand. I
He-
saw that.
So,
That's cool.
what stops you
I
from
wrote my
just-
name.
So, what's stopping you from saying I declassify this with no one watching and with someone watching?
That's why I told you. It has to be with somebody watching.
Right. Okay.
And supposedly he said, quote
Okay,
unquote.
yeah. No.
you
So
know-
they've subpoenaed him.
Trump is a liar. dude.
No.
He
so
is.
they-
He
My
is.
camera saw me. All right.
No.
And then I deleted the footage.
My camera saw me, therefore security saw me, therefore
Yeah,
the laws
so-
of proposition.
And they were late on their rent
There
twice.
is- there is one individual. I forgot what his name was, but he has been. He's no. He's being what's called investigated by the Department of Justice.
Okay.
So he's
Higher up.
literally
Bannon?
Nancy
no.
Oh.
What's his name?
Ooh.
Pelosi.
Oh,
I can't remember.
I don't remember. Who was it?
Jane.
I'll have to send you the Philip DeFranco show. Episode.
Oh, I
Because-
knew it. That's where you got it. Oh,
Circle back,
yeah,
circle
Yo,
back.
damn.
Right. So
bro.
no, what it is he,
Just like what the freaking Speaker of the House. Circle back to it.
Oh yeah, show me the Fox article you got that from.
There you go.
Bet
I
you don't
can.
remember.
It's right here. Look at it.
You don't
All
remember.
right. But again, individual is under arrest right now, and they're like, cooperate with you, and we will give you immunity. So essentially, you have to say what Trump is saying.
But
Right,
not Julian.
exactly.
They didn't do that for Julian
Quote,
Assange,
quote,
did they?
quote unquote cooperate. Okay, I'm just gonna say these things that
No.
you think you want me to
They're
say.
essentially saying you're going to go on on trial, and you can't plead the fifth.
That makes
That's
sense.
how the
The
immunity
justice
charge works.
system is not corrupted, so you should obviously believe when they cooperate with
Literally.
the uncorrupted justice system that they're going to say the truth.
Just like how they.
That makes sense to me.
Just like how the whatever
So,
person
I
right
want you
said
to
that.
realize one thing.
Yeah.
You're super cynical about the judicial system here.
Yes,
Okay. So if there's ever a time of court, and
I have
you get,
9 speeding tickets.
if you ever get found innocent, all of those mean you're guilty at that point.
But I still found
Because
guilty.
he knows he's guilty.
You
I,
just
yeah,
found innocent.
absolutely. And I still want to walk away innocent, even if I know that
But
wasn't true.
no, but see, okay, that's where you're a hypocrite, but not me.
OJ Simpson did not kill anybody. We all know that the glove didn't fit. You saw how he put it on. Like,
Bro, I mean, literally, like,
I don't know about
if
there's
you
no
wanna talk- if you wanna-
cases of the judicial system
If
being
you want to
unjust.
talk politics alone, right? Look at the whole Nancy. Look at the whole Hillary Clinton. Fiasco,
Epstein
right?
wasn't.
Where, like, where they
Epstein died
literally-
by accident.
Right, where they literally
John
said-
F. Kennedy's investigation was just.
where the prosecutor
it.
literally
It was
said
somebody else.
there was
it was correct.
negligence here by the servers in that pizza place, whatever. It was negligence.
The vaccine
He
information
literally-
won't come out for
He
80
literally
years.
said that
So,
he literally said
Pizza
that
game was
people
not
could
real, but
he
her
literally-
mailbox was exposed.
exactly in the pizza place.
The
It
emails.
was there, bro.
Not
It
in
was
the place.
no. It
No, so
then
okay,
what was
fine.
it? Then
So,
what was it?
Okay, let me explain.
the
It
emails
was
between
in the
Biden and the
closet.
All
Saudis.
right, one at a
No,
time. One
listen.
at a time.
So what happened
Shut
was,
up, Einstein.
Or you can't. The viewers can't hear anything, man. Let them.
They're not viewing. They're listening.
Except for those that are paying on Patreon. But go ahead.
Oh, true.
So
the cameras that are pointing at us right
That's
now.
right.
what
Exactly.
happened to that Pizzagate situation was they were getting an IP address that was based to a substation.
Mhm.
The substation just happens to be in that same area, like maybe within, like from here to the main street.
Okay,
Just
now
happened.
Okay.
Hey, it just happens to be. Go
Now,
ahead, keep
okay.
going.
Okay.
No, no, no.
I
Just
will
hap-
agree. No,
just
I'm
happens,
agreeing,
bro.
I'm agreeing with Void, right? It wasn't a pizza place, but it still wasn't a secure server in the government. It was still somewhere else.
No,
And like they
You-
said, that somebody
a
could have
substation.
probably.
Wait.
no,
Wait,
a
let the tech guy
substation is
explain.
just a point where it connects to. That wasn't where it's physically
But
located.
he said that people could have hacked the email. He literally said, "Bro,
So
go on, go listen to the hearing."
Whoa, whoa,
No. You will. You will.
I agree with you that it was insecure.
And they didn't prosecute her. And now the
Do you know
Clintons,
why?
the Clintons
Do
paid
you know
for
why?
the
Because she's in
Clintons
charge
paid
of
for
everybody?
The Russian,
No, no.
the Russian
Do you
dossier.
know
and
why?
what? Why?
Do you know why?
Because she's old. You leave her
Because
alone.
Who was in charge of prosecuting at that time?
Obama.
Trump.
Obama.
Nope.
Bro, this happened under
No.
Obama.
No, it happened under Obama, and Trump was the one that was going to have to prosecute her. Remember?
And only because Obama shielded.
No. When
Didn't he
when
say
the
lock her up in his chance?
Yes,
Yeah, he
and that's when he was.
But he
running
couldn't
against
do
her.
it, so he
And when
stopped saying
ran
it.
as he's the
Oh no, he
president.
could have.
He
He could have. He
And
could
do you
have.
know why
I
he
agree
did
with
it?
you. I agree with you.
But do you know
because
why he did
because
it?
people in power love to be hanging around people in power.
But no, do you know why he didn't?
Because she's
Because
old.
exactly him, his daughter, both his sons, and half of his, like Jared Kushner also were doing the same shit. They didn't have a secure server. They were using their own personal fucking
And
email.
that's why I'm telling you, people in power love to hang around people in
No,
power.
don't get me
They
wrong.
know they
Hypocrisy,
have
I,
baby.
to with
I
each other.
believe Hillary
Exactly.
Clinton needs to be sued, but just as much as every other Trump member.
And that's what they're trying to do.
The thing is, that's 1 to
That's
7
a-
right there.
That's the difference,
That's
though.
1 to 7.
Bro, that's the difference. That they're literally going after the Trumps, and Hillary's like, "Hey, look at my new Netflix special, bro."
I'm gonna watch it on Netflix.
But I'm
It's
telling
pretty
you,
good. You should
there's-
watch it.
Nobody watched.
But I'm
you knew about
telling
it
you,
more than I did, and I was like,
She
the fuck?
had
like
more
I'm telling
pictures
you.
than like serial killers do.
But
It's
like I'm
pretty
telling you,
great.
bro, there's a difference between like, and I completely 100% agree with you. Both of them should be facing the
Fuck
wrath
it,
of the law.
even.
Right, exactly.
Except
But
they make
why
the law.
is it? Why is it that only the Trumps are getting attacked, but not the Clintons?
They
Trump has less
literally
money
put her
and
to
power.
a fucking council. They haven't done
And
that
they
to Trump.
and they told her that she did nothing wrong. There was a fake dossier paid for.
What? Wait a minute.
Paid for from the Clintons,
Why we
and then
screaming?
because we had to.
Why?
Come on.
Why would the
But-
council
but
that
the
she
dossier-
elected there not want to support? It makes it was
So the
justice.
dossier isn't like criminally invictive. It's not. It
They
has no
they
power.
bro they
It
the
has no
media
power to
ran
do
with them,
anything.
bro. The media ran
The
with
media,
them.
not one
Well, then
person.
you're humouring the media. I'm telling you about the
This is
information.
what I'm telling you. The media ran with it. Politicians were
I'm
trying to
telling you.
delegitimize his presidency because of this
I'm
fake
telling you
dossier.
with a calm voice that information was real.
Yeah, you douche.
The information of the dossier wasn't to say there was proof of a crime. There is evidence of a crime.
There
but-
was no evidence.
Proof
I
and
saw
evidence are
blood.
different things.
I saw blood and a knife. It's just evidence. Just because it
Correct.
was in your hands, there's no crime.
No. So
she
we're getting the first part.
was caught with it,
no, the first
but there's no
part,
proof that she was
not
actually
caught
doing.
with it. It was like, listen, it was things around me,
But they found out that it was her.
but it wasn't her. The
They
hard
found
part,
out it was from her campaign. They
but
found
it
out it was
wasn't
from
her
her.
directly.
So she
The thing
faked
is, it
everything.
wasn't directly her email. That's the problem.
But it found out it was from her.
It was from her campaign, yes, but not from her email.
Just because there was war crimes when Obama was in office is not from him. It's the people that try to kill Julian Assange
Again,
that he sent, but it wasn't his word.
All I'm pointing
He
out
just said,
is
"Get rid of the problem."
All I'm pointing out
Hey,
is that wait,
when the
circle
mafia says, "I'm going to get rid of that
Cartel.
problem," when the cartel says, "I'm going to get rid of that problem," they're not saying kill them. I just wanted him to stop doing bad things for us.
I want to point out one thing out of all of this.
Okay.
She was prosecuted in front of national TV, in front of Congress. The Trumps weren't, and they did the exact same shit.
but she got away with it.
She didn't get away with it.
She got away.
lost.
They literally told her there was gonna be nothing. There was gonna be no charges.
No, they couldn't prosecute her because they're like, we can't directly point it to you doing this.
They did,
Doing it,
bro. No, they did. Listen to the hearing. He literally said that her actions was neglectful.
Dude,
neglectful is not with intention. That's
It is.
No, it's
it
not.
is, bro. Okay, so when a cop pulls you over,
If a baby,
that the reason that you don't know the law, the reason that you don't, the neglect of the law is an excuse. Same thing happens with the politicians.
So let's go
and
back.
Basically, is what happened.
Let's go back to the current politics now with the individual who saw Trump declassify documents. He's technically not at fault because he was not there intentionally to be a witness, right?
But he was there.
I'm
But he was there, but that doesn't mean he was intentionally there.
Guilty of association.
But he can't be prosecuted because he had no
Where are you
intent of being there.
I'm gonna get pizza.
We're gonna get food.
Wow.
Wow.
You guys keep discussing that.
Wow. So, and just my concern aside is just I don't like when people take control of others.
Well, you guys got real
Game
calm
minister
after. Go ahead, keep going. I'm
We
sorry.
want you out of here. What do you mean?
Oh, my
Exactly.
bad. Hey, remember,
Bro, why'd you
if
put that in
Biden was
his-
ever put into trial, if he doesn't remember, it's a worthwhile end response.
Okay,
I don't remember. Never happened. I'm good. No crime bill. Nothing.
give me a good reason to impeach Biden.
impeach Biden
A good reason.
because
He slurs his words. He doesn't know
No,
what
no,
he's
no.
doing.
Give
He's not
me
actually being the president.
One topic at a time.
one topic.
One
That's
topic.
gonna be
Right,
for you.
his deals with Hunter Biden and the fact that Hunter Biden was in Ukraine in the major oil people, and then they found links to
He called
Biden.
Mexicans tacos.
That's one of them right there.
All right, so let's stop this.
Hunter Biden's laptop.
Hunter Biden is not a political official.
Okay.
Not a
Keep on.
political official. His dad. Okay?
Yep. 10% to the big man, but keep on.
Okay. He was a consultant board member.
Right.
Right. So it's his fucking job to be there. Then they do that all the time. They get someone that's political power adjacent to be like, you're tied to politics. I get it. All of them do it, but that was his only association with the oil.
The fact that he lied to everybody saying that his son isn't doing anything corrupt and he has no dealings with his son's corruption, but yet they found emails, text messages saying give 10% to the big guy, and literally everything leading like finding. Hold on, I gotta go pee. Talk to Steve.
In the middle of a point.
Yeah, exactly.
So back to that point that we're talking about, those emails. Those emails are what we consider circumstantial evidence.
Wait, should we pause and wait for him?
No, now I'm taking it on you.
Oh, damn. All right.
Circumstantial evidence, because again, there's no guarantee. And even then, if they're agreeing on money, that's not a problem.
I'm probably the wrong person to ask because
I'm just
I
letting
think
you know.
they're all corrupt.
I'm just
But
letting
what are you gonna
know
do?
that
What are you gonna put in? Who's better?
There was not a direct. I would
Tulsi
give you
Gabbard.
this if you give me that. So there's nothing illegal there because there wasn't any.
They're
direct-
never gonna do that directly.
Trump did. Trump
Well,
literally
yeah,
said,
but Trump
"We
is
will
stupid. He's not a
with-
politician.
But that's and again, he still got away with that.
Yeah, because he's doing the same thing politicians are, but he just did it really
I
badly.
think all politicians gotta get judged for
It's
what
like
they do.
it's like lifting weights, but not knowing how to lift weights very well. I mean, you're still getting away with it. You're still getting some results, but you're not doing it well. He's getting results by being
His results-
being corrupt like everyone else, but he's just really bad at it, so it sucks.
His results weren't even results.
Like, how many fans do you think Hillary has compared to Trump? Hillary has a lot of fans that would vote for her, but yet you know who has more fans? Biden. That's a bandwagon because not everyone likes Biden, but he's just the best option to their eyes.
So
Even though in
they're
reality-
Democratic fans of the Democrats
Yeah,
only,
yeah,
but
blue.
not individuals.
Yeah, blue no matter who.
That's what Reds do, anyways.
Yeah.
I'm more like all right,
It's better not to be either one, but logically
critical,
seen.
I'm critical on the individuals who are saying one thing and doing another. Always.
That's all of them.
Okay. No, I why do you think it takes me so long to do my ballot? I sit there and I'm like, all right, I'm gonna go
I
through.
agree.
I'm gonna go through your historical
You're one
record.
of the rare people that actually takes the time to study what their record is, what they've done, and how true they are to their word and to their promises. At the end of the day, they're all not gonna be able to do whatever they promise, but you're gonna pick the best candidate that's the most level-headed and reasonable in case of time of war or time of unforeseen situations come up about. Unfortunately, we had two candidates that were both really bad. I just feel like Biden is not in a position where he's gonna make logical decisions, but he might be more open to suggestions from his cabinet or other people, right? Trump isn't reasonable. He makes his own decisions. Even if his cabinet says don't do that, he was like, I'm going to do it anyways. So I guess I can see why people chose that, but it's just he's just not there.
Here's my thing. I'm gonna go back to my original theory of we haven't.
Tulsi would have been great, but she's hard to control.
We have an index that measures how valuable you are as a politician.
Mm-hmm.
That ties into how honest you are, your transparency, right? Like where you're making your money from.
Mm-hmm.
If it's lobbies, if it's you just got to have something of that sort of measure, right? And that includes obviously where you began. Because if you're a corporate back end, I would assume you would know finances. Yes.
But wasn't Elizabeth Warren like that? She had corporate backing.
I'm saying like if you're a corporate person, you're probably not as reliable as a small medium business in your hometown, right?
Right.
You can't be coming in from the corporate and being like, I want you guys.
Yeah.
Who the fuck are you?
You work from Walmart and all of a sudden now you're like, I'm here for workers.
If you're one of our local coffee shop dudes, like, dude, I'm running for office. You vote for me. That's way more reliable in terms of a grassroots.
At least where they're coming from, but it doesn't mean that they're good people. They could be way more corrupt than that person that works.
I'm just saying that could be a point to give you some kind of index point measure. Right?
You're getting a basis for it.
Yeah. Once we have an index number, they're gonna campaign for their position, and that index number will either show ratio. If you're at least meeting that one standard, cool, you stay there, but nothing else. Like you get the 4.0, the 4 years you're there. If you're 2 or 3 times more that measure,
and that's why I think Republicans are all corrupt. That's why we need more blue people.
I agree.
We need a middle class. We need a middle political party to kill that divide.
Well, it's going to take the next generation to do that because right now the way it's going, like
the
blue is not salvageable. Neither, I mean, red is kind of, but no.
Red is not salvageable.
Well, they both have really old.
DeSantis 2024. That's all I can say.
So red people to me are not salvageable. Why? Because they're the people that are attacking more.
Well, the party, not the people.
The party.
Okay.
I'm not pointing out people. The party.
Okay.
I literally said Republicans. That's the party as a whole.
Yeah.
They're attacking people individually when it's not something that they did politically. Like, say for example, there was someone. There's that kid that got raped. Was trying to get an abortion because they were raped by a family member. They left outside the state to get the abortion. When they came back, they got arrested. So did the parent for taking them out of state because the law prohibited from that. Okay.
Oh, this is a
very delicate situation. Right?
No, it is. But again, my problem is not what the situation.
We love life unless situation.
That's what I'm saying. The situation afterwards. Okay, it happened, and she decided her life. I get that it was illegal in your town, but she's also a kid that had to go through this. There was no exception, and they're saying, well, she's only doing this to get the attention. That's where I think is wrong. You can't be a political person, a political activist, and be like, well, she's only doing this for the views
let me ask a question.
And the attention so that it can stand out.
Let me ask a sincere question here.
Ask her.
For this child, which this happened to, how would you have found out that she had this procedure done if it wasn't for the media attention that she got?
Why?
I'm saying that it's wrong that it happened, that she got the attention, and that everyone used it to attack her. But at the same time, she probably, even if it was illegal, like no one, if you smoke weed, no one's gonna tell you anything if you're doing it in an illegal place, unless you're making videos, you're making it obvious.
The reason why it got political,
like those rappers that talk about the people they killed in the music.
The reason it got political is because she got arrested.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what launched things into the stratosphere.
Because what happens when you get arrested? You go to court, right? You pay bail. You go to court. They post a day.
I mean, when you get arrested, it's public information anyway.
Right, but when you get arrested and you go to jail, and they're like, all right, we need.
But what led to the arrest?
Well, I'm not done there.
Oh my bad. Go ahead.
Shut up.
Jesus.
She literally came back into town. They're like, all right, well, you know that law about, hey, your neighbor snitches you out, they get money out of it. Neighbor snitches them out.
Just like the vaccine.
For something that wasn't their business. Sent them to jail. When she got out, what happens is there's political lobbies that were like, we will pay for your funds. You just gotta say yes, you want our funds, and then we'll take care of it. Again, that's why I don't agree with the bail system either. Having to pay to be let out of jail when being in jail will corrupt your life, even if you're innocent. That's the worst part. Especially if you're innocent. You're like, hey, I didn't do anything.
So if somebody raped somebody, they shouldn't go to prison.
Get a lawyer. That's
jail.
what I tell you.
Oh, they shouldn't go to jail.
Get a lawyer.
They should go to a private prison that somebody's making money from.
What I'm saying is, you did nothing wrong. There's not enough proof to convict you, but they're going to keep you in jail because you can't pay bail. You're innocent, but we still had to hold you, so you still got to pay bail, regardless of what your crime was. there are already ways to track us through GPS at homes. Like you cannot leave this. As soon as you leave this, you have an officer at your house.
But that means you have to, if you're going to track through GPS, that means they need to access your phones, which they already do
No,
secretly.
they are
but now-
going to put the bracelet on, dude.
Yeah, but it's so easy to. It's so easy.
Yeah, it's
As
pretty
soon,
easy.
as soon,
Have you
as
seen
soon
those
as you
videos?
break
I seen-
that,
I made a
as soon
tutorial
as you
video.
lose that,
Bro, I'm okay. I'm not gonna say where I work at, but I know people.
that's fine.
I'm just saying
But
it's so
again-
easy to get over. It's so easy
I-
to manipulate that.
I'm
But
not-
but I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying.
I'm not done.
Right.
I'm saying that's the bail problem right now.
Yep.
I'm saying we would need a lot more resources to build a platform where we can actually have a civil service, both police, social workers, but every other department we need to make this happen has to be built, and not just put it on the police. I do not believe the police have to be involved at that point. Okay, at that point you can have just an individual be like, "We're checking in on you. This is service call. If you avoid it, you got 10 minutes to respond, or I'm calling an officer." Things like that, right? You have a triage moment there with the political justice system. That's a separate conversation. I'm talking about the bail system, okay? But because they got picked up by a lobbyist, they're like, we will pay you for this. We're a political interest group. We want to help you, and we're going to make this thing big. That's what happened. My problem is, at the beginning, this girl did nothing wrong. All the damage was done and inflicted on her, and she suffered.
Okay.
I'm not done.
Because that statement is
She was raped.
okay. All right.
She was raped,
that statement, bro.
not by choice, right? That's kind of the whole point of that. She went to go get an abortion.
Do you think there is such a thing as a victimless crime?
Victimless?
Yeah.
She was the full victim this whole
Okay.
time.
Is there such a thing as a victimless crime?
Explain your definition of victimless.
That there's a crime where there's no victim.
Of course, there's a lot of crimes.
No,
You don't think there is one, right?
someone has to pay the difference. If you do bank fraud, the business that you
Is affected by it, plus then the end users, and then they have to call for. Okay.
So hey,
So there's always a victim.
there's always a victim.
Okay. And if there's always a victim, is there always a situation that could have been avoided to prevent that?
No.
There always is a
Nope,
situation.
that's not true.
But there's situations that you might not be aware of, limited to your knowledge, your age, your experience. But there's always a way to avoid something.
Okay, I'm gonna stop you right there because that's not how the law
Unless
works.
you're talking about
No,
earthquakes and
But that's not how the law works. The law works is in like what was the crime?
I understand.
And
So the
contents
crimes
of
the crime should be punished. I completely agree with you. But what I'm saying is to say someone is 100%, there is nothing that you can do. That's only I believe, and this
Can
is
I write this?
and this is my mistake too, maybe, but
Hey, fuck you. That person got raped.
I'm not talking about this
I'm
person.
telling
I'm
you-
saying that when you say that the statements that you say it in a certain way,
Say my statement then. Say it again. How did I say it wrong? Say my statement and tell me how I said it wrong about this individual we were talking about right now.
somebody raped another person.
Yes. How is
Let's
that wrong?
focus on that.
How is that wrong?
Focus on that part.
How is that wrong?
About the fact that he did that, he should be punished for that. Maybe death penalty,
I wasn't
maybe
even
something.
talking about punishment for her, for him, or whatever.
I'm not talking about her.
I was talking about I wasn't even bringing him up. I'm saying what the crime was.
Okay.
I'm saying she went to get an abortion, right?
Because nothing she could have done because she was a victim. She was raped.
But that's a separate thing. That's the reason why
Right.
she's having to do this.
But again, the way you phrase it is
Yeah, she was a minor. She was 14.
so no 14 has accountability for anything.
Yeah, they're a minor. There's a reason why we define them as minors.
But there's
an
no
adult that
accountability.
takes care of them.
So if a 14-year-old kills somebody, again, this is different, but I'm just saying, like, if a 14-year-old kills
and I
somebody,
do believe the parent has to be responsible for if the kid's a killer.
thank you. So there is responsibility that has to be
Yeah,
put.
from the parent and the child at that point.
Okay, let's go ahead and continue. We'll
Then
get
what's
back.
your fucking point?
We'll get back to
Why
it.
did you interrupt such an important point?
Because it just seemed like you're missing the idea of there's still accountability that needs to happen on both sides of it. If we're going
Yeah.
to focus on the person that committed the crime, let's focus on them wholly and not bring in the idea of the victim right now. It should be spoken about. It should be
you do
covered.
realize that I was talking about how there's a hypocrisy that it's in a red state. They're like, oh, it's a bad thing that this happened to her, but fuck it, you're still going to jail for doing the crime. That's where I was
So
going with this.
what the crime would be the
The
fact
abortion
that
that she had.
Okay.
That's where I was trying to get to. And you
Oh,
got
all right.
rounded around with other things.
Yeah, you're right. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
There was something bad that happened to her.
Mhm.
She didn't have a solution how to do the bad thing because her fucking state said that, and they took it out on her. And then you're a political pawn because you decided to do the abortion.
But what's
That's
the
where I'm
alternative?
fucking
What's the
pissed.
alternative solution?
There wasn't an alternative solution.
She can't have the baby and put him in
The
adoption.
problem was
Nothing.
she could have had the abortion, and no one had to be like pull her out, put her in the limelight, and blame her for being a political pawn. That's where I think is wrong.
Well, but she wanted this solution. It's not
she
the best
didn't
solution.
want to be called out. She didn't want to be put in the front of something. She was like, I just want to live with my fucking life, not be a national problem for us to talk about in a fucking podcast.
Who put her all over the place?
The fucking Fox News did, because they're like, you know what? She did this. She did the abortion. That's too bad. She was raped. She did the abortion. That's her fucking
How did
problem.
they know that she got an abortion?
Because there's the fucking report I saw from Fox News.
Listen to me. How did they know? Did they take pictures
I
of her?
literally explained to you there was a political interest party that said we will bail you out, we will pay for your shit, but we'll take care of it. And as soon as the political interest party gets involved, that's when it gets news. At any instance of any case.
Let me. I know it's frustrating. Please give me a moment here with the patience, because I'm not fully up to date with the entire story. So this is also out of
that's
small.
That's why I'm not commenting, because like I have no.
I don't know the whole story,
Okay,
but what I'm saying is, if
anytime,
how do they reach out to her? How do they know that?
I'm telling you.
Okay,
right
now.
All right. Any political interest group. Will come up to you. You may never fucking know them. I want to take you there. I want to get you out. You're going to be one of us. We're going to be your spokesperson. We're going to be your lawyer. That's essentially what they're telling you. We will stand up for you. Why? Because they're advocates for rights. They're advocates for lobbies, companies, corporations. That's all they fucking do. Okay? Planned Parenthood? Oh, you got an abortion? We will jump in and defend your right. We will pay you.
But they'll talk about you though, right?
How do they find her though?
Because as soon they're not announcing it.
Did she post it on social media? Did she go to an organization for help?
You're missing what I told you 3 times. As soon as they make a move, people pick it up.
What move?
It's public fucking news. I'm helping you because you went to jail for something. Well, this person is a representative.
I get the emotion you're coming at with it. I get it.
You're not listening. I'm Planned Parenthood.
I'm asking the questions because I need the information to be clear.
I'm Planned Parenthood.
Okay, she goes to Planned Parenthood.
No,
or how did you know this person?
Planned Parenthood came to them.
How do they know she
because getting arrested is public information.
She got arrested for what? For the abortion. Before all of this, bro. Before all of this, it had never hit the media until she got the abortion and she went to jail. Is that what you're telling me?
Yeah, because she got home.
That's all I needed to know. That's all I was asking.
I told you that to begin with.
I wanted to be clear on it.
You're not listening.
Because in some cases, the person seeking the abortion contacts local news. They say, I can't get this done because of this.
That's not what happened though.
That's what I wanted to clarify.
It doesn't fucking matter.
Well, it kind of
it fucking doesn't. If you think a person is so empty that they would go get an abortion just to make a fucking point,
there is
some people.
No, but again, you're assuming the worst already.
I'm not assuming the worst. I want to get clear facts.
Okay,
my mind doesn't go to
the person that got an abortion to prove a point right now.
Literally look at any celebrity that said that I got an abortion not so long ago, and it was
the TikTok star that had 25 abortions.
Right, exactly.
To call out abortion.
But we're saying no.
See how that
I'm not.
So
okay. Just full transparency. I am not saying that this person that you are talking about did this to get any form of limelight. All right.
Get that. But
so
I'm
the only thing I'm saying right now is that there is a bunch of
he wants proof of one. That's what he said.
Yeah,
there's a bunch of celebrities.
I have a story. I can pull up a name and find it for you and be like, here's this person. Can you find me a person that said I just got an abortion and I got caught just to make a point of abortion laws at my state?
Hold on.
Because that's what you're telling me is happening right now. That
he's gonna find some, but they're not gonna be.
But it's not a celebrity. It's nobody that's getting called out and being put in the limelight. Because that's what happened to this poor girl. On her own. Again, she got helped out because she's like, I don't got money. I'm a 14-year-old. All right, they're gonna help me out. They didn't understand the whole consequence of, oh yeah, if I take your help, I'm gonna get put on the limelight. If you knew that, if you knew all your consequences before you make a decision, we'd be safe. The world would be perfect.
All right. So I'm just gonna show you right now because I am not going to name these people because we know how the people are.
I appreciate that.
Right here. 46 celebrities who had abortions and then spoke out about
it. Did they say the names real quick?
No.
It
says that that's what we're talking about, celebrities, right? We said
celebrities.
No,
she was not a celebrity.
No. I get you.
But
I'm not comparing. I'm not comparing, bro. All right. I told you, like we said, there is people that have abortions and then gloat about it.
But see what I'm telling
you. That's not the case that happened here. But yes,
listen.
You're narrowing the scope.
No, bro. Bro, I am answering the question.
He's actually broadening it a little bit.
Yeah, I'm answering the question that you said. Name who are the ones that said that they've had abortions for the limelight.
Nope.
Pretty much for class.
To call out abortion in their states. Those were the 2 caveats requirements there.
I'm just saying.
You're just getting celebrities who had abortion. No. That's one.
But that had abortion and literally posted it, talking about it, how it was the best thing to happen.
That's not my question, though.
Not too long ago, there was a certain celebrity. I'm going to show you guys right now who. Hold on.
Again, the question that I asked was,
I'm gonna show a person. I'm gonna show you who recently said something about abortions and then why people should have abortions. all right, and why it's the best thing to have abortions, right?
Okay.
I'm not saying the names because
I know, but let me stop you there with your train of thought. I said people who have abortions and are getting called out for their states having these abortion laws.
Right.
Their states, their circumstances, and they get pulled out unwillingly into the limelight.
And I agree.
All of those people you just pulled out are celebrities already.
I get you. And like I said, I'm answering. So, okay, let's relax. Right? I get it. This is a very heated argument, and I'm not going against you. No. It is.
You're not listening.
No, I am listening, bro.
Also,
Elon Musk it's getting heated.
What are my requirements for the question?
Bro, it's getting heated because we're having a conversation, right? And like I get your frustration about it, though, right? But I'm only answering the question where you said who is the one that's getting abortions and gloating about it, and that's what I'm saying.
The other exception that I'm like, you need to have this part to be a one-to-one conversation for what we just happened to discuss. That's the second part that I had to ask about.
Say it again. I didn't hear that part.
That's what I'm telling you.
No, I'm answering because
you answered the first part. Great.
Yeah, I'm answering the first part,
but it's not what I'm looking for.
I'm answering the first part because that's what I heard. All right, if you could tell, I was on my phone looking.
I know, but I repeated it since you were looking.
Okay, say it again.
The second part is of someone who is not a celebrity that is in their own state having these abortion laws and getting pulled out into the national limelight.
So I can't really answer that because I don't know. So I'm not going to.
The thing is, I have been looking into that.
All right,
and there isn't anyone that's just there like, oh, I just got it, so I can point it out.
And but okay, so like I said, I'm not. This is why I stayed silent because I don't know this case that you're talking about, and I have no facts about it. This is why I'm letting you speak.
So here's the other reason why. The only frustration I have with politics: people choose not to listen.
Right.
And we're friends. Right. And I've repeated the question 3-4 times, and it was like, well, I'm only seeing this part. I'm like, it's not that black and white.
I only answered your part.
That's true.
To be full transparent, I only answered your part about who is the one getting abortions, gloating about it.
I get that.
And like I said, and full transparency, as I was looking it up, I didn't hear what you were saying. I get you now.
But see, that's where I've been doing since the beginning. And anytime people are like, well, what about this? I'm like, listen, this is what I see. There's more situations to just be black and white, right? Victimless crime over here trying to say that people their shit don't stink kind of deal. I'm like, no, someone's going to get hurt.
I think everyone's things just stinks. I think everyone smells. Yeah, but everyone. All right, man. I just don't believe that in the universe, even a lion, a dog, a bird, a dragon, that doesn't exist. Anything in the world, there is no such thing as, even the chaos of the universe sucks you up into a moment that you can't control, or you could avoid it somehow, or something will happen. But once it happens, there's had to be. If I lose my leg today going home, I lost my leg, right? There's not many procedures available to help me repair myself, but I have to live with the consequences of that happening, whether it be an accident that happened to me or something that I caused because I was driving recklessly, or if I was just an accidental drunk, somebody just hit me. There's things that happen in the universe. There's ways to fix it, right? Everyone will find the way that they find is the easiest or the most reasonable to fix a solution, or to fix the problem, to find a solution. But
here's the only problem with what your thought process is. You're already self-imposing a situation where they didn't do it for the fame.
I'm not. Wait a minute. Whoa.
That's every time you interjected there was to be like, well, why? Why were they picked up?
In the situation you were describing, I don't know what's happening, so I'm asking you for details. Now you cleared it up. I haven't brought any of those questions up. I hope you noticed that.
I get that, but at the same time, it's also because I shut you up.
Well, it was
different.
Boom.
You shut me up because I wanted the information to be quiet. I wanted to know what's going on because I don't understand the case. I haven't heard about it. I don't
get that.
I don't put my head that deep in the water because it's not something that I have to do.
Stuck on this problem without listening to the full context.
Right, because the context can be anywhere, so I wanted to understand it. Now you explained it that
I brought it back
an organization reached out to this person, to this individual, wanted to say that they wanted to help him, but really they want to use him as a martyr and as a political toy.
Nope, we're wrong there.
Well, both sides. They helped them, and then someone else used that information to then make them add political statements. Right, another organization that belongs to the right,
I don't know
or
if
that historically
does.
That's
how every single there's an incident about this gets recorded.
But you have to. Okay, now moving away from the topic of abortion, which again I think that can be a whole episode on itself because there's so many different.
It's a tough one.
Yeah, but moving away from it. Obviously every organization does that. The left does that. If someone gets ibuprofen or someone gets I
didn't say
hydroxychloroquine because they have an infection because of the COVID vaccine, and they don't want to do that. They'd rather get hydroxychloroquine. One organization finds out that was administered, they'll go to the meeting going, look at this person doing that. That happens on both sides, right?
Hydrochloroquine, that was not FDA approved.
But it doesn't matter. why spread it to the world? Because you're trying to make a point out of this person.
It's not FDA approved.
If
but
it helped
was
them survive,
from a personal doctor that said, "Hey, this
and that's
is what
between you and your
helped
doctor.
out."
And if that
Right.
if that was
and the problem with an individual.
okay,
Right?
see now we go into personal choice of like medical treatments,
Well,
the same as before.
I'm not going into medical treatment. I'm saying with an individual doctor not being co-authored or at least being also tested by other individuals with their own blind tests. That's where the problem is.
I don't care what pharmaceuticals say. If I want to use
automatically-
mints for my throat or my
But
head
to
hurt,
automatically be said that this drug does not work and you are
I did not
this
say
and
that.
you
I
are
know,
not allowed.
I'm not
to. No,
telling
that's
you-
not what
I'm
you
not-
said.
I'm
Like,
not
you
telling
didn't say that.
I'm telling you that this is what they've said, right? Because a certain celebrity said that this is what I took and I was better.
We're not
within
talking about
3
Joe Rogan.
without
No.
3
That's-
days.
I'm not.
you
I
know?
wasn't even.
And
I
then-
wasn't. I hope you didn't think that's what I was talking about.
I wasn't. I'm saying a
Right.
certain individual. All
But-
right. I'm just saying that, like there's a certain people that said that, like if an individual takes something that helped them out and then they spread the information, be like, hey guys, guess what? I took this, it helped me out. And now out of nowhere, you're like, hey, guess what? You're fake news and whatever because it helped you out.
I only brought it up because to me, medical procedures. Of course, she shouldn't have gone to jail. That shouldn't happen. And I'm glad that
I
now
agree
they're working to fix that. The same. It just had I had a lot of feelings. A lot of.
She's still going to jail.
Well, there's gonna be ways to solve it on the bright side with this much attention. There's
There
gonna
is
be
they literally it's still within the court system.
right, and the court system can now make a judgment call based on
It's
what
probably going to get to the appellate,
well.
and then after
Again.
that to the Superior Court. Anyway,
Okay.
The problem is, for me, it's like there's multiple things we have to keep
Mhm.
keep attention to, and people who just make an opinion without realizing all that information. Because again, talk about our famous celebrity here who had the hydrochloroquine. Cool. But he also needs to state that he was taking everything else under the sun on top of that.
He did.
Not until after he was called out, though.
No, did you watch the video?
That was in the
I
full.
did watch the video.
It was in the
He-
first video.
It was,
It was in the first video.
but no, it was the video where he said, "This is what's helping me."
Yeah, and that's the major ones that was helping him.
Yeah.
But
So
it wasn't.
so if he said if he said that I took this and this, but at the end he's like, oh, I found out he took it with water, bro. Like he's gonna name the major ones that helped him. There could be like the little side ones that like he took
What was the
like
other
But he
one-
did specify on
what's
them
not
too.
the hydrochloroquine one, but what's the one that transmutes blood into your system?
bro. I have had so many Cayman Jacks. I don't know.
Well, anyways, he also had that at the same time, which was that one was definitely proven to work. It's just super expensive. We couldn't do it at a mass scale. He had that available, and he still said hydrochloroquine. was the
Yeah,
one that
but
saved
at the
him.
same time, okay.
Because it was. There
Wait.
was-
But
Okay.
even that being said, of course, I don't like the guy, but for
Yeah,
other
you
reasons,
do.
I don't like.
Yes, you do.
I don't like the
Don't
guy.
lie.
No,
The
I
one in
don't.
the reach over.
No,
Literally.
I don't like the guy. But at the same time, you have to consider the fact that that was disingenuous of the media. If or organizations that reported on it, if you knew that the reason why that you didn't want people to know about this treatment was because it wasn't enough to produce on a mass
Listen,
scale,
I agree
Just
with
say
you
that. There's
he
not
was
enough of-
harassed. I'm not gonna say he was.
so the media has a reputation for doing this. Whether
Not
it
only
be
was he
Twitter,
harassed,
whether it
they
be CNN, whether it be
they
Fox.
altered the video,
But
making
do
like
you
they
know
put
why
a
he was harassed?
they
Philip
put
DeFranco?
a filter on him,
No.
making him look yellow
Do you know why he was harassed?
because he was against.
What did Phil
because
DeFranco say?
he
Wasn't he
said
on the
that
side of like
He
CNN
wasn't
and
an
like all the other?
alternative. He wasn't
No,
an
he
alternative
said,
within the
listen,
vaccines.
It's messed up to say that this is the only thing you did that made you better. In other words, he's saying this is first place.
His doctor told him,
Wait-
bro.
wait a
Like,
minute.
Okay,
He's-
sorry. Go.
First place.
Go,
Like
go.
this is the only reason why I pray to God. But that's like having a favoritism or a blind understanding. Just saying this is what it is.
Yeah.
Right? He had multiple other medicines in him doing the same shit, working for the same goal, and he said this one. And that's where it got political. If he had said, you know what, I have all of these, we could be like, you know what, he has multiple
But,
access.
okay,
to
Bro, okay, so I'm just gonna go ahead and say that that Joe Rogan, a Democrat, only saying what he took
He was a
what
Democrat?
He is
bro,
a
he's
Democrat.
a Democrat. Goes to show that you don't listen to him, bro. He's a Democrat.
Yeah, I don't listen to him. But when it comes to something he does or said, I'm gonna pay attention to that instance right then. and
Right,
there.
exactly. He's a
But see,
Democrat.
Yeah, he is a
Bro,
Democrat.
he's
100%.
Democrat. He
He
literally
wanted to
said
vote
on
for
his-
Bernie. He always wanted to be blue. He's always been
He's
blue.
a Bernie, bro.
The
He
last
said
two-
he will never have Trump on his podcast because he 100% disagrees with him. He would never even give
Yeah,
him
that's
the
true.
discord of having Trump on the podcast. Right? He's a Democrat.
He wanted to be on his podcast, and he said he didn't want him
He's
on.
100% Democrat. Listen to him talk. He even claims. I'm not telling him.
Again,
I'm
I
not
don't like
telling
him.
You, but I'm not telling you by me saying that. Oh, whatever. From his mouth, he's a Democrat.
You can,
Alright.
yeah.
So this Democrat that said, "Hey guys, this is what I took," and then out of nowhere, because it went against the narrative that it's no, only the vaccines work, That's why he was attacked, bro.
Yeah.
Let's not try to like add more stuff to it, right? Why was it that why was it that these big news medias altered the video, putting him out there, making him look more yellow, and stuff like that. And then he had the doctor on, like from CNN or whatever, and the doctor was trying to tell him, like, why don't you take the vaccine? Why don't you take the vaccine? He's like, I don't have to because I had COVID already. Like it's so. Bro,
information is such a problem.
It's just the fact that he was.
The major thing is that
he was spewing an alternate.
There was money behind it.
Medicine. Exactly.
The pharmaceuticals, the insurance companies. Pharmaceuticals made a lot of money, but the insurance companies made more money than the pharmaceuticals.
Right? No, because like hydroxychloroquine was like
because it had to be covered by pharmacies. So no matter for every dose of the vaccine that was $138, per person per dose, and they needed 2. The insurance was getting at least $80 out of that.
Right, and then hydrochloroquine was like what, like $7-8?
Yeah, like $8 to make.
Yeah, exactly. So like
it was all money.
No, exactly, because the government already spent so much money trying to make these vaccines, and now they're trying to make it.
But they're saying that they say that the hydroxychloroquine, even though it's been on the market for over 30 years, is not FDA approved for this treatment. The vaccines hadn't been it was a fast track approved.
Not only that,
they didn't.
It's
and even now,
for human use.
Even
the
now,
media called it a horse.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
Even if the hydrochloroquine,
and the media was saying it was the horse.
Hold on. Even the vaccines, if you wanted to state and use them, all that sealed away for 80 years. All right, so you won't even know the full effects of any of that until like we're far gone. There's a lot of cooperative. I'm trying to avoid using collusion, and I'm trying to avoid using the word like conspiracy, but there's a lot of stuff happening in the background.
Let me go back to where I felt.
Plus, they said that you couldn't get sick anymore, and obviously that's a lie.
I want to go back to where the fault is of this alternative medicine. It's not Joe Rogan's fault. He believes something they told him, right?
Well, his doctor told him. Yep.
Well, no, I'm talking about alternative medicine.
What his doctor gave him to him. Yep. It's not alternative. It's
not gene therapy like the vaccine. Shut up.
I'm getting to that's where I'm trying to get to. So there are known medical sciences that people have said like, oh, you know what, vaccines give you autism, right? Because that's the biggest problem with people with the vaccine.
I don't think those people really are against all vaccines. I think they're against this specific vaccine because it works so differently.
So, again, back to the beginning of this COVID. That's where they were like, okay, this is why it's bad because it gives you autism.
Well, stupid people were definitely saying
right,
but that's true.
That rumor has been around since 2001.
Yeah, I mean,
I
agree.
Those anti-vaxxers have been around since 2001, and they were a small fraction, very small fraction.
They got swelled up. They took up all these people that were cautious of the new one.
And because of that, alternative medicine got thrown into a mixed bag.
Right, but
there's so many chiropractors now, dude.
It's not alternative medicine when a doctor
I'm gonna redo my license.
Looks at what you think you need, and then he prescribes you medicine that is already been used for so long, and it's
for other treatments though, for not this.
I'm not disagreeing with you there.
Right, but calling it alternative medicine.
There's a reason why I'm calling it alternative medicine. I'm getting.
How is it alternative medicine when it's been the normal
alternative to the lies that we're telling you
until the vaccine?
It's alternative to the lies we're telling you. Shut up.
Ow.
Physical damage.
I'm getting to the point there.
All right.
Just let me.
All right.
So alternative medicine is when you qualify something that hasn't been QA'd by another doctor.
Yeah.
It hasn't been through control bias or any of that.
Like Viagra before it became FDA approved.
Is more like the government says it's okay to sell, even if it's not QA approved by like other, because there are drugs that have been FDA approved that have been pulled by the market because they have been tested afterwards and like, you know what, it's not as
because they don't have to show all the tests that happen in the lab. They can only show favorable ones, and then they can be
the FDA. And that's where there's a lot of scrutiny. But anyway, alternative medicine falls under that realm because it's something like it hasn't been proved. That's why it's alternative medicine.
Slim fast, dude.
I'm not saying it's wrong. I'm just saying it's not proved yet.
Right, but
ivermectin hasn't been proved at that point. Still hasn't been proved today. It's been used, but it's still not guaranteed to do anything.
But why is it
stupid
that
ivermectin? Stupid ivermectin. But you guys keep trying to get tests approved from us, and we're not letting you approve them.
It's the fact that
it's
the fact that this guy said. Pick what up?
Nothing.
It's the fact that this guy said, this is what worked for me. And then out of nowhere, the media is alternating his videos and like telling that it's a horse medicine.
I think he did nothing wrong saying his opinion. I don't think he did anything wrong. I guess scrutinize the media for sure. But that's what the hard part with the media nowadays is you have to listen to everything and find out what the truth is.
Right.
The hard part is kids are not able to do that as easily.
They see headlines.
Immature adults can't do that as easily. And they're like, well, this is all I'm going to take from it. I believe and finding out information from every fountain you can, and then be like, this is where I make my opinion from this information that I know is true now. Okay, but back to the alternative medicine. It doesn't matter if a doctor prescribes it to you. That still doesn't stand that the medicine hasn't been QA'd and tested.
Right, but if
That's
it
what
worked,
makes it-
but wouldn't it be okay? So same thing. I can go with the same thing that the vaccine is an alternative medicine because it hasn't been tested. We are
I'm
the
not-
test dummies, and I'm saying we, quote unquote.
You know, we were
because
going to
I
talk
haven't
about
been- I
fake
haven't been
butts.
vaccinated
We
yet.
were going to talk about Brazilian butt lifts.
Wait, can I ask a
I don't know how we got to this.
Can I ask a question?
It
Yes.
always
Oh, you know
happens.
what? Boom.
Raise,
Go.
raise your hand, okay? If you have been vaccinated.
Bro, raise your hand.
What?
Raise your hand.
God damn
You had to do it
it.
for
Shut
work.
up.
So we
Get the hell
got
outta here.
two.
We didn't have to.
We got 2 people in here.
No, we had to.
No, I know a lot of people that didn't.
But we had to.
I know a lot of people that didn't. In our
Okay,
department.
so we got 4 people.
I count that as a hand raise.
we,
Lots of
we got 4 people
Oh,
that
I
have
know,
been
but-
vaccinated. I haven't. I'm okay.
Me neither.
You're
I
dead.
haven't.
You don't even know it. You're dead and
You're
you're
dead.
walking.
Woo!
Hey, no!
sir.
COVID,
You're the
brothers.
problem.
Anti-vaxxer.
I'm going to burn you both. Jokingly, with jokes.
I'm not an anti-vaxxer.
You guys are killing us.
I'm not an anti-vaxxer in any form, way, shape, or
Same,
form, whatever. My kids have been vaccinated, not through COVID though. All right, but my kids have had their vaccines that they're supposed to take. The only reason I haven't been vaccinated.
It's
was
like putting on
because
shorts without underwear.
since
What's wrong with you?
Since day one, it was politicized.
Not even
Since
that.
day one. No. It is that. Okay, sorry.
No,
that's
a lot
my
of things.
reason.
I'm just saying,
Right.
not even
That's
that.
my
It's a lot of
reason.
Trump
things.
created the vaccines and you didn't want to take them. Then the other person forced you
So-
to take them. Then you
So
didn't want
you're
to.
right, but who politicized the vaccine?
Trump.
Trump was president.
Obama.
Listen.
Obama started that
Listen,
research.
Listen,
Right?
Trump
Didn't they pay for that?
made Project Warp Speed
I
that
don't know what's going
created the
on.
vaccine. Kamala and Biden said
Could've
they
talked
will
about fake
never
butts this whole
take the
time.
vaccines.
Fake butts.
They will never take those vaccines. Right? Look it up. You can hear. No.
I know,
Listen to
but
their
that-
words.
I know, but that's
They said
after Warp Speed was completed. Yes.
Yes, exactly. So Warp Speed was already done. The vaccines have already been out. Right? It's not up until
Yes,
listen.
yeah, dude.
That's when Biden said.
You know when he was
not
emotional
gonna-
talking about
that's
that.
when Biden said that he
you
was
should.
never.
You're
Okay.
okay.
Lower down. That's when Biden said he was never going to take the vaccine. That's when Biden said, that he's not going to mandate anybody to take the vaccine, right? What happened when the political spectrum switched, where out of nowhere,
The
Kamala
insurance
and
company
Biden-
started calling Joe
Kam-
Biden, going, "Hey, we have a bunch of vaccines. We don't want
Kamala
them to go to waste."
and
He's
now,
like,
and now
"Gotcha."
Biden are now in office. What happens? Hey, you need to take the vaccine.
I get that.
All right.
But let me stop
Listen.
you right before that.
Wait,
All right. Go.
Stop.
Right before even Warp Speed started. Right when it was Easter 2 years ago. He's like,
Oh man, what a time!
yeah, he said, this will blow over in 2 months anyways. Yeah, everyone stay
Right.
home, right?
Yeah,
Okay,
he did.
That's our boy Trump right there. Yeah.
Yep. Agree.
Even when the vaccine came out, when he was still president, he said, I will not take this vaccine because CDC director, Fauci.
Right.
Fauci was like, this president's saying a lot of wrong stuff. That's all he did. He said the president said a lot of wrong stuff. I don't agree with it. And he still was doing his job about saying what a director does for the CDC. Say, hey, there's these things, you got these protocols, follow them. The mask became an issue. Yeah.
Right.
Wearing a mask became an issue. That's where
Yeah.
political lines started
Mhm.
for medical issues.
Yeah, why would the CDC lie
And-
about masks?
That problem with the mask evolved into the vaccines.
Yeah, they didn't.
Right.
They lost trust in them.
Exactly.
Both of the this all stemmed from a mask.
Yep.
That all stemmed from the stay from home. This all stemmed from the who
So
did
why?
the virus.
Okay. So why was it that Kamala and Biden were against the vaccines, but then they
No,
got power?
I get they
That's what I'm
politicized it
telling you.
because
Bro,
But he's talking
someone
about
was-
where it started. He's
I'm
talking-
not, bro. Listen,
I
I'm
know.
not telling you. I'm not telling you that it's one-sided. I'm telling you, I didn't take the vaccine when it got politicized. Since day one, I didn't say left or right.
all I'm trying to point
Yeah,
out
I didn't say left
is
or right.
where the politicization started.
Right.
That's
both
all
sides.
I'm trying to point out.
Both sides.
Yeah,
Admit
because
it. Both sides.
I
bro.
never said no. I said
exactly.
yes.
But then you started attacking me, saying that, or hey, not attacking me,
No,
but you
I'm
started
just
saying
trying
that
to
it
point
happened
out
under Trump when it
where
was
it started.
exactly. And this was already when the elections were already happening, when people already said who is going to be running, right? Biden already had it sticking in. Kamala Harris already had her sticking in.
I get
They're the ones that went up there on national media and they
I
said
understand
themselves
that.
they're not taking the vaccine.
Why? Because they don't want to be like he's doing us a favor. I get why it was politicized.
Hey,
I do.
Kim.
But give me the reason why the mask was politicized.
Because
It didn't
there
work.
was people saying that it worked when there's scientific proof saying that the COVID molecule is smaller than the regular masks that you wear. You have to wear an N95 in order to
and it has to be over your nose. Most people put it right
exactly.
over the lip.
It has to be an
It
N95
has to be properly used.
exactly. So everybody's saying that you have to wear a cloth mask that doesn't do bullshit, all right? And like
it looks really
10%,
cool though. I
it
like
did
it.
10%, right? The N95s did 90%, but you could only do it that one time. Afterwards, the deficiency goes down to 50.
Yep.
Everyone forgot
These
about
numbers
recycling
were
after
public
that.
knowledge ahead of time because of the CDC, right? That's what Fauci did. He literally provided that information.
Literally, Fauci said that at first. Fauci said that there was the mask requirements weren't a thing. Then he came out saying that, oh, we only said that because we wanted the doctors to be able to hold on to the N95s first.
To get them first.
Exactly.
Hey,
So why is it why tell only a specific group but not the whole entirety of the group?
Because that's not how corruption works, buddy.
Well, that's how
True.
that's how
Corruption, you have to tell a
population-
little
So there you go. Now you're politicizing one group of people versus the other. Why does only one group of people get the good stuff versus the whole entire rest?
Can you
of the
be
world?
quiet for a
with you.
moment? Can you just shut up and not think about the fact that Saudi Arabia is sending emails to Joe Biden about holding back the prices of gas until after the election? Can you shut up? People don't need to know that stuff. All right,
I'm not going to argue with you.
those fake emails
about
that
what Fauci
came from his
did.
server.
He was doing the greater good method. Again, that's also very classist. I agree. Very classist to hold out information and equipment
And have a
to better
bunker in
benefit the
case
doctor
nuclear war happens.
for the whole of society. Again, he was thinking altruistic. I'm gonna do this because I.
All right, now say the same thing about Trump.
But what did Trump do?
He downplayed the virus because he thought it was flu-like, and
But
he didn't.
he's-
No.
but he's
Listen,
never come out and say
no,
He's
he
Big
did.
Mac, so he's pretty
He
stupid.
did.
He never came out
Bro,
and said that.
he
though.
did.
He's never
He
come out
did.
and said that.
Bro.
If he had said
No.
that, I would have never brought this up.
Bro, he
Oh.
literally.
Oh, you
it
shouldn't
came
have
out
said that.
saying that like
Bring it up then.
he.
He said that he was trying to downplay it so that we can have first responders.
No,
with this
he
tool.
tried. He
Oh, that's a
downplayed it.
debate.
He downplayed it because he didn't want the American people to panic.
He did say that.
All right,
That-
before
he
or
did
after
pretty stupid.
Fauci? Because at that point, someone's
That
taking
was
credit.
after, bro. That was hella
So then-
after. That same thing with Fauci. That was after they found out that the masks were useless. And he said, "Oh, wear this little thin ass piece of shit mask, right?" And like,
Whoa,
right,
For real, dude.
right, exactly. So why can
a
Fauci
lip
do it,
rug.
but Trump can't do it? Answer no. Answer me
Okay,
that.
I have reason why. Because ever since the beginning of Trump's presidency, it's nothing but just the hypocrisy and lies.
And me
Listen,
knowing him personally, me
No.
Beginning,
I'm not. No,
beginning.
and
no, bro,
hanging out with
no,
him personally,
shut up,
I know
shut
him
up,
very
bro.
well.
Bro,
Let me
I
tell you
love
what he would say.
I love you, but I'm not accepting that answer. Why
Why?
since COVID?
I got
Why
you.
since COVID why is it okay for Fauci to do it but not Trump to do it?
But let me stop you. Fauci was not a 4-year term, is he?
He's been since the HIV epidemic, since AIDS epidemic.
Right. So he's been there since the beginning. So he has reputation in doing the job.
Yeah, the bullshit job, bro. Did you not see how the AIDS people were against Fauci? They were against him because Fauci was.
Those
out
are only
there.
the ones that are
Fauci-
still alive.
Fauci
The
was
ones that
out
died
there
don't have
saying
anything
that
against
you
them.
don't touch a person with AIDS because you're gonna transmit it. You're gonna get it. This is all public information.
This is
bro.
stupid. This is
All right?
stupid.
Let
The
me-
only people that hated him were the ones that are alive and got
So
treatment
I'm
from
just
him.
telling you.
Those are the only
right?
ones that hate him.
I'm just
Stop.
telling you.
People
Why-
love him for
and-
the most
and bro,
part.
I love you so much, right?
I know.
But why is it that you're
But listen,
defending?
what a hater, dude.
Defending Fauci, but not
He's
Trump?
Italian.
I'm
You
not
hate
defending-
Italians?
Fauci.
You are
No,
though.
I'm saying in that instance that he was doing something. If we're gonna go to credibility of who they were beforehand, because that's my fault, I brought that in.
No, I'm talking about COVID. Just COVID.
You're talking about AIDS right now.
No, I'm telling you about
Just
because
AIDS.
You
so
were,
you're
you
talking
were bringing in
You meant to
his,
say AIDS.
you were bringing in his reputation.
Yeah, and you
Okay.
said about reputation, but then okay, I
I
went
was
back to
talking
AIDS.
about Trump's presidency during COVID, which was valid because it's during COVID.
Boys,
Right.
please.
Between
Brazilian
the
butt
two,
lifts. We
who
have a
was
few
more
minutes.
professional to do the job.
Fauci.
Okay. He consistently kept that manner. Even if information changed, he would be discreet. He was
Right, he was still lying to the
doing
people. Yep,
the
lying to the
weekly-
people.
He's-
Bro, he
I'm
was
not-
lying to the people.
okay.
Say it, bro.
It's
he
not
was.
lying if you.
How is it not lying?
Oh,
He
when the left
knew-
punks you, though.
How is it not lying?
Now
when
he's-
he knew that the mask that
I
he was
explained.
recommending, bro. Since the beginning, he said masks were useless. Fauci has been the most flip flopper out of anything. He
More
said the
than a
masks
fish?
were.
I don't think so.
I'm telling you,
I
when
don't
there's
think
when
so.
there's information that comes out and you change and you learn and you act on that information, new information.
And then the new information shows that the mask never worked, but yet you're still out there, even during the Biden presidency, saying that mask, you still need to mask up when everybody knows the masks don't work, right?
Oh, because you're whispering into the mic. Okay, gotcha.
All
So,
right,
anyways,
okay, let's okay. I get it. We're in a time crunch. You know, Let's just say our pieces.
What does
Right?
BBL mean to you?
You go ahead
Some
and
closure,
then
guys. Some closure,
let's
guys. Come
swap it out. You say my piece
About
and I
end.
say yours.
all right.
All right.
My piece is
No, you're saying my piece and I'm saying yours,
all right. You're
so that we can see what we understand.
You say the
from each other.
correct piece. You say the wrong piece.
No. He's gonna say mine
That's right.
from what I explained.
That's
to
what
him
I said.
today.
You say he says the
No,
correct
there's
piece.
no wrong. He's gonna say what I said,
I
and I'm
am.
gonna say what you said.
I am technically
If,
six cans in, bro.
If anyone there has lost
All right,
family
no,
members
So
during
let me-
COVID
let me-
vaccine, I'm so sorry.
What my boy
This-
Demonica said. Fauci is at fault for not being consistent, for giving out wrong information,
for being Italian and old,
for,
His name is
for,
Pucci, okay?
and being a flopper, whatever
For-
that term means.
for going against the public interest. That's what I'm hearing.
Yeah, and the
And
flopping.
because of his actions caused irreparable harm to individuals.
Bro, he got all of his news from a meme. I hope you know that. So
No,
this
but-
whole argument,
Yeah, I'm literally just repeating
this whole
what he
argument was
said.
from 2
I'm
Facebook
explaining
memes.
what he told
All
me.
right, all right.
Right? His actions caused problems that were both making him incredible, like incredible, like
Yeah.
not believable,
Damn, dude,
untrustworthy,
that beer hit hard, dude.
and as a valid leader. That's where
Yeah.
that's where we
that
went.
beer.
That's where we went. My point is to say, Trump used this opportunity to politicize the problem because he had an issue with Fauci, not COVID itself.
He's
but
the one
with-
that put him in power. But go
Wait
ahead.
a minute, he's talking about your point. Shut up.
Sorry.
Well,
Go ahead,
I'm
talk
just-
about
now
it.
I'm talking about mine.
Oh, okay. Oh, now he's talking about his
Well, no,
point. Never mind.
the split is here. My point was to say Trump took issue with Fauci and was
Oh.
like, I'm going to make this a problem political, and that's where a lot of the distrust started, and that's where the
He
alternative-
ruined Fauci's reputation the way Elon Musk ruined Kathy Griffin
and Twitter
and Twitter. Well, Kathy Griffin.
And
Twitter's
Tesla.
not that bad.
and
$8.
Solar City
Solar City was
and
pretty
the
bad.
underground city in Nevada and LA.
They had Underground City?
Underground Road.
What the hell are you doing, dude?
I don't know. I'm drunk. Shut up.
Put this
Oh,
back.
now do it.
There you
Well,
go.
he said that he's.
Isn't that his?
Yeah, I'm scared. I'm doing
Are you good?
something.
You're good, you're good.
Okay, it's all green again.
we got the
Yeah,
let's cut it.
BBLs though. Next episode, we're gonna talk about BBLs.
Why-
I'm sad about
And
it.
just like that,
Damn.
guys,
And
wow.
just like that, guys.
Another episode of Preferences and References, guys. Thank you for listening to this
Big
weird
booty
ass
lifts,
episode.
Brazilian butt lifts.
Boy.
Thank you so much for everyone to listen. Have a great
Do you like your man with
night.
butt lifts or without?
I love you, Void.
This
I
would have
love
been
you.
fun.
Einstein.
You ruined it.
See you
You
guys
ruined
next
it.
time.
Take care,
Peace.
guys.
Peace, homies. See you on the next one.
Pay for our Patreon. You'll see the link later on.
This guy.
OnlyFans.
The cucumbers.
OnlyFans.
Void Heart
Eggplant.
coming soon.
Get it sorted.